Hey, 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 hey. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to welcome to the motherfucking reality motherfucking kingdom.
To the motherfucker.
I am your host, Pharaoh. We are joined by our wonderful co-host, Lee, or whatever. And if you don't know what the reality kingdom is, we are a reality TV podcast. We be gagging about all the reality TV. Not all, because the circle, sorry. But
we can do it. Not her. Not this shit. Not this time.
Not this time.
Catch you on the next time.
Of the reality TV shit. So if you're ready to get your tea, come get your tea from over here. If you're
come
new,
gag, come giggle, come laugh.
If you're new, subscribe right now.
Share.
Follow. I don't know.
And tell a friend.
Just do something really quick. Or whatever. So I'm your host, Farrah. We are joined by our wonderful co-host, Lily. How y'all feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm so happy to finally do another goddamn show. Because as you know, we've been doing the challenge for like 10 weeks in a row.
They done brought 3 people back. Allegedly.
The girls are bored. We couldn't do the circle. So it's just like, I'm really happy to do something. Like something else. And so, for the girls who don't know, we have a little schedule because, okay, the Traitors is a show that I think started in Dutch, and it has a UK version, it has an Aussie version, and this is the US version. We're covering the US version. It's on Peacock. So if you don't got to go Peacock, go and get Peacock, buy it. It's like $6, I think. Very cheap, very cheap. Mm-hmm. Tune in. Or if you don't want to go watch it, just listen to us. We'll tell you. We got all your tea. And so basically, it's 10 episodes that dropped all at one time. So we're going to be doing 4 different podcast episodes. So the first one's going to be episodes 1 through 3. That's this one. The next one's going to be, the next 3, and then the next 3, and then the finale.
4 through 6, and then it's going to be 7 through 9, and then
because I wasn't doing that.
Whatever. So we're here today to talk about episodes 1 through 3 of The Traitors. So if you want to go watch them first, watch them, then come right back.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't,
if you don't want to watch them, just keep watching.
Just
we'll tell you tea. But honestly, we're gonna have to put the pictures up. But if you can't see them that well, Google them because it's a lot of people, y'all. This is 20 people.
It's 20 people class, 20 player class. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull a picture. I'm gonna pull the pictures up right now. Period. Pull the pictures up. Tongue twister. I don't know.
Oh.
All right. Lee ain't seeing them, y'all. So, we're gonna see how.
Oh my God, how they gonna look? Is it gonna look up?
Boom.
Okay.
You can see everybody. You can see everybody. Now, do they look all smushed in? Bitch, it's
they do.
What you want me to do?
They do.
What do you want me to do?
And like I said, we have the pictures up for you guys if you want to go and see. If you can't really see the names, Google them, bitch.
Google the names because it's just so many. But as the episodes go on, you'll actually be able to use the visuals because you'll be able to see the names and the faces. Because the pictures get bigger. The less people that's in.
And honestly, initial reaction to the overall cast, because we haven't gave any reactions on I feel like the overall cast. I think it's pretty cute. Honestly, I feel like I would have liked. I always say this every time. Like I would have liked some of these people on other shows. Because I just feel like they're not going to be able to shine here, especially with the whole half the cast being celebrities. It's just like you could tell they're focusing a lot more on them, and then the more reserved people are all the new people, and it's just like, but. I think it's a pretty cute cast.
I think it's cute too. They were smart for bringing the celebrities because I guess it's drawing people who like them in.
Exactly. Because I did come from Mother Cerie.
No,
we were tuning in. We were tuning the fuck in.
We were, and we're here. We're literally here
for Mother. Period.
Period. So let's get into the motherfucking episode.
Y'all, I'm swearing, hold on, pause because I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I really get to stand Cerie in real time. Because I never got to stand Cerie in real time. I had to go back and watch her original Survivor season. Had to go back and watch all of them for real. I didn't watch Game Changers live like that because I was not really into Survivor at the time. So this is for the first time I get to watch her legendariness. Live and in person. In person. Now, if you haven't seen our Survivor podcast, baby, we stay talking about Cerie. It could be an episode about a totally different person. Like, babe, Cerie's getting brought up.
I'm sorry.
But see, when you're a mother
and you're here to be mother, period. Let's get into it. So we start off the motherfucking episode and we get to know some of the explanation of the game. They start pulling up They start pulling up. And he explains it. They explain it to us, and then they explain it to the people. So I'm gonna wait until they explain it to the people. So they pull up, and they're all pulling up in cars. We get a diary room from Michael. Michael is not a famous person. Well, they're barely famous.
That's the thing. Let's be real. Celebrities, it's a reach.
I'm not even talking about Michael speaks. He has a diary room, and he says, "Baby," and he's in the car with Sari. He's like, "Baby, I don't give a fuck. I'm just happy I get to see Sari. I wish I had my phone. I could put my phone out, take a picture with Mother." And it's like he knows who the fuck Mother is.
We love a fan. We love a fan.
I liked him. I was like, "Oh, he knows Mother. He likes Mother." Babe, do I still like him out of any of these?
I don't hate him after these first 3 episodes, but like.
We'll see. So after that, they all pull up and they're outside. They will meet outside on the porch a lot. So they're outside in the open area.
In the cold, bitch, they be bundled the fuck up.
Snuggled up.
They be having trench coats. Scotland, girl.
Bitch. Girl. And then we're going to get to it on episode 3, but that was something funny somebody said about Scotland. So Alan walks out. Alan is the host. He is very sassy. Now, I don't know if he's sassy for real, but I love Alan because he be giving the faces, the looks, the turns,
he be gagging.
Dramatics, period. So Alan walks out, he welcomes them all in, and he lets them know the motherfucking explanation of the game. Now, y'all, the way I explain shit, sometimes it don't be hitting, and if it don't hit, Lee gonna explain it. But the gag is, there's 20 contestants. Some of them will be traitors. We find out it's going to be 3 of them. Those 3 traitors' job is to make it to the end of the game. The people who are not traitors, the other 17, are called faithfuls. The faithfuls' job is to suss out who the traitors are, make sure they don't take it to the end of the game, because if the traitors make it to the end, they will win the cash prize. If no traitors make it to the end, then the faithfuls will win the cash prize and split it amongst themselves, whoever makes it to the end. We don't know what that end point is. It could be 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them. We don't know yet, but it's just make it to the end. So Alan says later on, he's going to be choosing the what are they called? Traitors. Later on. So right now, y'all don't know. Y'all just need to gag. The end goal cash prize is up to $250,000. So y'all better win that money.
$250,000.
They have to do the task to earn that money. I wasn't confident, but they do. He explains later that they have to win the task.
And it's similar. It has a lot of similarities to the mole. Like, who came first? Well, the mole of Confirmed came first, because that was way back when.
Yes.
She's ancient. So I peep the similarities here and there. I really do. But it's very clear they also just giving the money. Like, it's very easy to earn. Very easy to earn.
Very easy to earn.
I will say, these other shows be a little stingy with their prize pots, huh? I mean, Cody literally won Big Brother $500,000. Y'all got him over here piecing to a quarter. It's like, they really cut it down for other shows. The budget is low. That's a few seasons in. That's what they had to pay. They had to pay for the celebrities.
I'm saying. They had to pay for the celebrities.
They definitely paid them extra to be here. Now, why?
Brandy was not coming to Scotland.
Not without a check. Not without a check. So we get a Rachel Riley diary room. Now, y'all. Mother Riley.
We haven't seen Sari live, but we also haven't seen Miss Rachel Riley live. Now, Miss Rachel Riley is somebody who I just feel like I've always wanted to watch in action. It's different because this ain't Big Brother, but Rachel Riley is still Rachel Riley. Period. So essentially, she says, we are playing with newbies, and I love that because I can just manipulate them. It's like, look, our first diary room. Like,
okay, Rachel, period. Child. Rachel, Big Brother winner. Period.
Big Brother winner.
Because some people only like to acknowledge that Cody won. No, Rachel's a winner too.
She's also a Big Brother winner here too. The fuck?
Put some respect.
The girls, which we will see later on. So after this, we get our diary room from Andy. Andy's
period.
I'm sorry. Like, I had to text Lee. I was like, Andy's kind of cute.
They were like, they aren't phased by internet celebrities. And it's like, why would you be? Because they're not real celebrities.
They're not real celebrities. Andy basically was like, I'm not gagged.
I would like gag. Okay, if I was here, I would be gagged to see Sari, of course. I wouldn't be necessarily. I'd be Like, oh, that's Rachel Riley. Oh, that's Cody Calafiore.
I would
Oh, that's
only
Ryan
know
Rocky.
4 of them.
I wouldn't care though.
5 of them. I don't know 5 of them. Mm-hmm. And then the 5 I do
and
know.
Of course I know Brandy, but like I wouldn't be gagged to see Brandy. Like when it comes to because Andy even says that they're like they're just like normal people. And it's like, no, these people are really just like normal people. Like I would gag with Brandy and Kate. I would just gag with like this is like like y'all not Beyonce. Like
y'all not Beyonce. Y'all not even Blue Ivy.
Not even Blue Ivy.
Honestly. Truly. After that, we get a diary from Reza. Reza is famous. He was on
Shaws of
Sunset. Mm-hmm. He said,
I have no idea what that is. Let me do a quick Google.
No idea. Y'all.
It's obviously on Bravo because I know Kate mentions Bravo fans.
They're the Bravo girlies. Y'all, Shaws of Sunset, I was like,
Follows a group of 6 Persian American friends in Los Angeles who try to juggle their active social lives and career while also balancing the demands of their families and traditions. Okay, sounds really interesting. It makes sense that it's on Bravo. It makes sense.
I'm glad that exists. Shout out to representation. So Reza is a Persian. I know that's right. He says that people stay coming for him on Shaws of Sunset, so he's definitely ready for the people to come for him in this game. Come on.
Period.
Ooh. Rachel has a diary room again, and Rachel's basically like, my Big Brother background can help me get an advantage because people are going to be fans of me, and if you're going to be a fan of me, and mind you, I don't think nobody is a fan of her.
Now, in the confessional, she calls herself an icon.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, because the only fan moment of anyone fanning out was when Homeboy mentioned Suri. And to be fair, like it's a lot of similarities to The Mole, even the way it's filmed, is the fact that we're not getting a lot of like just downtime conversations. We really don't know kind of what's happening outside of the game with them personally, which sucks because like they have a full 24 hours and they're obviously talking and bonding over. I wish we could have that, but so I don't know if there are secret conversations. I do have a theory that Michael probably also knows Rachel and stands Rachel, and that's probably because she couldn't refer it to because like it's like else was too gag. It really didn't. It
did not at all. No shade. After that, Kate has diary. She was on Below Deck. Correct.
Yeah, which is also on Bravo. Let me Google her. Kate is hilarious, by the way. Please tell someone comment below if Kate is problematic. I get scared trying to stand white women. I'm just gonna be transparent. Every time I try to stand a white woman, they disappoint me. So please, someone comment if Kate is problematic. But I'm gonna say right now, without knowing, I stand Kate. I stand her. But
now,
I was gonna say Below Deck. A reality series profiles a group of young people who work aboard yachts that measure well over 100 feet long. The crew members, known as yachties, live aboard the luxurious privately owned vessels while making sure that demanding clients' ever-changing needs are met. So this sounds interesting. 10 seasons. Wow. And she been on
Bravo just got
Bravo do anything. Bravo do anything. Like they get like Bravo.
Why is she on the show like that? Her personality.
Honestly, it makes. I mean. So she works on a yacht? She did mention, like, I'm used to being on boats.
Yeah, yacht is like yacht is, you're rich. Okay.
Money, honey. She has money, honey.
Problematic people. I didn't hear the information, but Kyle, this white man with blonde hair, I saw him and I was like, ooh. But then I saw that he's problematic. He's
problematic?
Allegedly. Because of the men, he was the only man who I might have been drawn towards in any way. And I heard allegedly he's problematic. They were like, oh, he's been real cute and calm on this show, I see. And it's like, ooh, what do you do? But he is from, I don't remember, but we'll get there when we get there. Oh, he's coming right now. Hold on. So Kate mentions that her and Brandy are, hold on, is that right now? Yes. She mentioned that her and Brandy are similar. She thinks they're going to get along. They're also both from, wait, no, where's Brandy from?
Brandy is from also Bravo, Beverly Hills.
They're also Bravo.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So like they're all the Bravo fam, the 3 trio.
After that, Kyle has a diary room. Kyle is from Summer House.
Okay.
He says he comes across as a douchebag, but he's calculated.
And I've never heard of this show. But it's Montauk, New York, a beach town on the easternmost part of Long Island, is where affluent New Yorkers head during summer to have a good time. So basically like Jersey Shore type shit, basically. And what has that been on?
No idea.
Bravo.
Damn, Bravo! Right! God damn.
Shit. Oh, now if they get Nene for this, we need Nene.
We need Nene Leakes. We need Nene
Nene Kenya.
We need the Black Bravo girlies. We need the Black Bravo girlies.
Portia, come on,
girl. So
they never want to call it Real Housewives of Atlanta for nothing. For real. We got Candy and Cynthia for Big Brother, but like other stuff, it's like, come
on. They probably be saying no.
Probably. I can see Nia. I ain't doing that, child. Anyways, Scotland, child.
Please. So at this point, they're all in the mansion. They're mingling and mixing and mumbling and mungling. Mm-hmm. And at this point, we see Kyle, Shelby, and Kate. Shelby is a cute black girl.
Love Shelby.
Kate, we talked about. Kyle, we talked about. And they essentially, Shelby asks Kyle, she's like, well, what makes you good for the game? Like, why do you think you're good for the game? And then that's when Kyle starts mentioning, he's like, oh, well, I socialize. I like talking to people. We hear like a cute little conversation, but then they bounce around. And then you quickly notice that they're going to be bouncing around, babe. Like,
it's a lot of people to get through.
Bounce. Like,
and even with this, it's like, we don't get much background on several of the new people, the newbies. Mm-hmm. Like, but they tell us so much about the people who are on other reality TV shows. And I just feel like, I'm not going to say it's a bad cast. I really do like them. It's just like, it should have just been a full celebrity cast if we're only going to focus on the celebrities. Like,
yeah, literally. I agree. So after this, a small group is talking. It's a bunch of people in y'all. But Christian, he's a curly hair little boy. He talks about how it's going to be harder for a traitor to be playing the game because the traitor kind of has to lie about being a traitor and then also do the challenges. And some of the girls were like, is it?
And here's when Kate really catches my attention for the first time. Because in front of everybody, she's like, well, Cody's been trained for this one.
Like, why is he in it? Because if you're watching this and you don't know who Cody is,
Daddy Fiore.
Cody is the winner. Cody is the winner of Big Brother All Stars. He mentions it eventually, and Kate knows that, so she clocked the fuck out of him and basically was like, he would definitely be primed and ready to be a traitor. After this, Cody has a diary room, and he's like, he's like, I'm coming from a game that's already about lies, deceit, and da da da. So all I gotta do is come in here and just push that. Oh, when I won Big Brother, that was luck, and I'm not that girl. And Cody kind of always uses that strategy of trying to come across as, not that girl. It honestly did work in BB.
And honestly, I feel like
I guess it worked.
It just always worked. I feel like with the position.
I did the same thing too.
Well, I mean, it worked in the role that they play. I mean, they're attractive, younger white men. It's really easier to kind of come across. For most people, it's just like, oh, well, he's cool, he's good. And you're not being too loud and rambunctious, like a Christian, no shade. You know what I mean? No one really cares that much. Like, I noticed, this is kind of jumping ahead, but I noticed, like, Cody, throughout these episodes, anytime we do see him talking to people, it's to the other white men in the house. It's not even trying to be like a race thing. It's just like, it's very clear that he has a younger white male, he's going to gravitate to the other younger white men. Like, I see him talking to Ari a lot. I see him talking to Kyle a lot. Ryan. You know what I mean? And it's just like, well, of course they're going to have this kind of, like, understanding. So, and he uses that to his advantage a lot. He uses his privilege a lot to his advantage. And he uses it well. So, hey.
So after this, we literally get Ari, Cody, I wrote it down. Ari, Cody, Kyle, and Reza.
And it's like, Peter and Reza got up in there.
They're playing pool. And Ari has a diary room. He's like, people know that I've made some bad decisions in the past. Ari is a winner of The Bachelor. No, not a winner of The Bachelor. He was a Bachelor?
Yeah, he was on The Bachelor.
Girl, how that show work? I don't know. He was on The Bachelor. I don't know if he was.
I don't know if he was The Bachelor
because they gagged. Well, I don't know, but they gagged and they were like, someone who dated 20 women. Like, that was
you're right. So he's probably honestly, he gotta be The Bachelor, because I ain't gonna lie, that's a fine white man.
He's handsome. He's handsome. He's right here at the bottom for anyone who wants to look him up. This is what I'm saying. Oh, you can't see. He's on the right side on the bottom. On the right.
Love him.
He's and I could be on the bottom.
Ooh, he is a Dutch American motorsports racing driver. It's giving rich.
He's really tall, isn't he?
He is. I think he's tall. Oh, he's 41? He does not look 41.
A plus. I love her.
He's 6'2".
Okay. Taller than me. Boom. So the boys gag, and they're basically like, "Oh, you've dated 20 men and you have 3 kids." I don't know. And then after that, after that, Alan walks in and he's like, "Y'all, at the dinner tonight is when I will be selecting the traitors or whatever." So we see a diary room from Geraldine. Geraldine is not famous.
Poor Geraldine. Poor Geraldine, y'all. Geraldine was just sitting there minding her business, eating her food.
So they're pulling up to the dinner table room as they are. Geraldine has a diary room. She's like, I think I could be a good trader because I can read people very well. Mm-hmm. Christian has a diary room, and Christian is like, I was hiding that I was in the military and that I'm a veteran. Mm-hmm. And I think that I'm going to have an advantage by keeping that a secret. And then I
don't think no one will give a damn. I'm sorry.
When he said that, I was like, interesting.
I guess if someone was trying to big brain, they'd be like, "Well, he was military, so he knows how to be undercover and keep a calm, steady attitude." And clearly, none of those things are true. So
Cody won Big Brother, Rachel won Big Brother, Ceree's a Survivor player. Like, who are you? A veteran. Congratulations. Like, I don't know.
Thank you for your service, King.
So they pull up to a big ass room. It's a big ass table. Hold
on. We're missing Ceree's confessional.
Oh, I was gonna get there, but go.
Okay.
Go. You want to
see? She had just mentioned that she had played Survivor so many times and she fell short. Mm-hmm. But she wants to be a traitor. That's unfairly fell short. We talked about it many a times. But she said she wants to be the traitor. She wants to be the traitor.
Which is hilarious.
I did not expect that. I didn't.
I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh, okay.
I think it is the perfect role for her because I feel like one Survivor, she really is that wolf in sheep's clothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I didn't think that she would want to just be that role. I feel like she would want to, it's kind of like, okay, well, y'all handle it, and I'll go ahead and get you in.
It kind of just proves like you don't really know what Ceree's thinking because even in Survivor, it was like, wait, why is she playing like this? It was like, oh,
because even it's weird because even though she's that wolf, even though she's that wolf in sheep's clothing, it's like you still want to trust her, you still want to work with her, you still want to like. It's still shocking that she would want to do such a mischievous role, even though this is Ceree, like
this is Ceree, baby. Like
what she said, I think she said that was. I forget what she said.
Ari has a diary room, and he was like, I would much rather be a faithful because I'm a bad liar. I'm a terrible liar. It's gonna be hard for me. After this, they're all sitting at the table. Alan pulls up, and he says, "Put on your blindfolds, bitches." So they all put on their blindfolds. They blindfolded.
I was scared.
I know, right? Don't do. So he's like circling. He's circling the table as they do that, and.
Now it's giving Heads Up 7-Up. Y'all ever play Heads Up 7-Up? You put your head down on the table like this, and then you put your thumb up. Now I ain't gonna lie, the real ones know this. Y'all used to cheat when you have your eyes up under the desk and they shoot
literally.
But no, honestly though, I felt like I would have peeped who got touched. I would have felt the presence. I'm not saying I'm Raven Baxter. I'm not. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I would have just felt the energy of someone behind me touching somebody. I don't know. Like they were pretty close. And then they
were pretty close.
They put their blindfolds on, and then he does like the first walk around. He walks behind Christian, and when he passes him, Christian's like shit, because he can feel him move past him.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, they can see, can't they? I don't know if they can see. But this game is just like that werewolf game. I don't know.
It is. They played a lot in BB23.
They play a lot in BB23. It's the same thing. They walk around, they tap the werewolf, and then they, go back, and then people got to guess. Blah, blah, blah. So, anyways, he goes around one time. He passes Christian. Christian, he mouthing it, and then he goes around again. He taps Ceree, and it's like, woo. And the way he taps Ceree's shoulder was just so mysterious. He said,
"I was gagged."
Because Ceree wanted to be a traitor. I didn't expect her to be a traitor.
But what I'm also excited about is that I only wanted to watch the show because of her, and now she's guaranteed a major part of it. Hold on. I was like, I'm here.
So Ceree has a diary room, and she's like, yes, like I can do this. Like I'm ready to be a traitor. I just gotta, fake it. And
then you make it.
Period. After this, Christian gets tapped. Boom. he's a traitor. He has a diary room. He says, "This is all I wanted, and I'm just gonna stab and murder, and I'm gonna destroy." And y'all,
he's very excited.
Christian
a Labrador Retriever.
Like right now,
Golden Doodle.
This is his start. This is episode 1, but every time we mention Christian,
he's doing the most. What is he doing? The most.
It's a lot. It's gonna be a lot
at all times, actually.
All the time.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious.
He doesn't even need to be doing the most. Like, girl, y'all, let's get into it. So after this, Cody gets tapped. He's a traitor, and Cody is excited.
Honestly, I just feel like, why would they make him the traitor?
I'm glad they made him the traitor. Honestly,
and in a way, I'm kind of not, only because I just feel like Cody is just already too good at this. Basically, that's how he plays Big Brother. He smiles in these people's faces, these people who feel like they can trust him because they get along with him on similar levels and things like that. And other people who, let's be honest, they probably look at the body, the face, because I know I would, and be like, well, he's got a traitor. But it's just like, I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like he's known for it. Like, similar to kind of what Kate said. Like, I mean, he did win a show that's really surrounded around it. I just like, it would have been a little bit more interesting to have someone else in that chair, maybe another newbie. Just, I don't know. I just feel like
definitely another newbie.
I didn't need Cody to be traitor, but I feel like maybe they did it for like low key, like we said earlier. Like, they only really got the celebrities because like the views, so they probably wanted people to really tune in.
Like either 4 traitors or one of either Sari or Cody just be a newbie instead, because the newbies aren't getting the newbie we get the most is like Andy and Christian. Christian's a traitor, and no other newbie really standing out. Like, I'm really. And
I guess that's another problem too. I mean,
they're not newbies, but they're not famous.
Yeah, but and like I said, most of the non-famous people are very reserved. So it's just like, I guess they really couldn't do much with them in the first place. You kind of need the other celebs to liven it up, because they have been livening it up. They've been the main ones bringing all of the drama. But even like initially looking at this, because essentially, if there are going to be traitors who win, it's going to be them. And I'm like, honestly, like Sari and Cody, like, this is going to be easy breezy for them. Like, this is like, I just like, because both of them just really have that experience. But like I said, like Sari, I'm happy for it, but it's like, I didn't need it to be Cody and Sari. I feel like it really could have been someone else who just had a little bit less experience. Or like, I was even thinking, I remember I texted you, like, as the episode was going on, like, it would have been more interesting to have a little bit more chaotic person do it, like a Brandy, like a Kate, someone, or even Ryan, when they joked about he would have been like someone just a little bit more. This
is less easy for it. Like, they picked arguably the 2 best people at this.
Literally, that's basically the point I'm trying to make. You pick the 2 best people, then you have Christian. You see how Christian keeps fucking up? It's like, what if you had someone else that kept fucking up? Like, it could have been a little bit more.
That might be why people are like, this is one of the more boring versions, because of how good.
Like, Sari and Cody are calculated.
They're super calculated. They're like literally 10 years in the game in this shit. Like, both of them have been in this industry ready to do this shit for a long time. So it's like, hello? Is this person here? Oh, okay. So after this, blindfolds are removed. They take them off. Sari has the diary room. She says that her job is to go unidentified. And then she like does this little act. And she's like, it couldn't be me. Like, why would I be the traitor? And she does the act. And it's like, come on, Sari. Like, you fooling me right now. After this, Quentin has the diary room. He's like, I'm a faithful. My job is to look for inconsistencies. Quentin is ready to play. I like Quentin because he was very ready. He was very on it. He's like, I'm looking for inconsistencies, but I'm also looking for people who are throwing things at the wall. If you're throwing things at the wall, it's giving you're the traitor. Like, I don't know. So after this, we hear Alan. He's like, next time we meet here, one of the faithfuls are going to have a chance to try to banish one of the traitors. So I will let y'all go. See y'all when we're back here. Period. So they all like scurry out. Boom. He says, before he leaves, the traitors will discover each other's identity and murder one of the faithfuls tonight. I'll see y'all shortly. Boom. Stephanie has diary room. And she's like, Geraldine looked so nervous when we were doing the round table, when everybody revealed their they took off their blindfolds. Geraldine was shaking. She looked totally different. Like, I don't know. And then Kate has a diary room. She's like, I love judging people. So I'm gonna do great here. And it's like, why would you say that? Like that was like my second indicator. I was like,
Kate is a cracked queen, and I have to say it. I do have to say the cracked queen. I do.
Literally. So this is when they all start stirring, having conversations. The conversations are so like, I don't know. It's hard to edit it, but it's just random. It's random groups of people.
It really is. It's just like there's no clear allegiances at all. Like, I mean, you do see some people who are obviously around each other so much, and then obviously Brandy and Kate are very vocal about how much they like each other. But it's like, other than that, it's like you said, always random people.
Mm-hmm. So we see Brandy and Rachel talk. Brandy was like, I noticed some people who are fidgeting.
Mm-hmm.
And who kind of changed how they were acting. Rachel was like, and she was like, Stephanie. Ooh. And Rachel was like, Stephanie is the worst liar ever. And it's like, what's her real quick?
Well, we don't know the tea on that other show, Snake in the Grass, because we didn't watch it. Because it was Rachel, Stephanie, Sari, and then who else?
Janelle.
It was Janelle? Okay. Mm-hmm. So I don't remember who was I didn't look and see who the Snake in the Grass was then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Google that real quick.
See, they were all on the show together. Interesting. So, Stephanie, Cody, Christian, and I don't know who it was. What I wrote down was hilarious. It was a lady. And they were talking about how Geraldine was shaking. And it's like, people are kind of just noticing that allegedly
I knew it. I figured that's what she meant. Because Stephanie was the snake. And Stephanie was like, so I think her saying that she's the worst line ever was because of that.
Damn. So that's hilarious.
All three women were unanimous with their pick of Stephanie. They all gagged.
Damn. That makes, you know how much sense that makes? Because I watched both of Stephanie's Survivor seasons, and she was the type of player who, honestly, she was like a Christmas from Big Brother. She was just the type of player who was just very much so just upfront, like, I'm here with my team, and our team are gonna make it in. Well, her first season, she kind of had to be because, baby, she got Pagong. She was on Pagong, wasn't she? That was her. And then on her second season, she came back and she was just like, I just don't want that to happen. So we gotta all win, guys. We're a team. I don't want to get Pagong. I don't want to go home. So they were just all in the camaraderie type of thing, and then she just led her lines to the end. She didn't have to lie. She's random.
And then she lost.
Hey, queen. Why are you saying that?
Because it's like Stephanie got unfortunate events. Like it really.
Is this man named Ari?
Ari.
I keep putting Arlie, or maybe it autocorrects.
I'll put Archie at first.
So Ari is talking to Andy, and he's like, Andy, I know it's not you. And Andy was like, thanks. And it's like, okay. I thought it was gonna build like that connection.
Nothing else goes from there. Why did they even show it? We don't know.
So anyways, Reza talks to a group of people, and he's like, Ryan Lochte is so goofy and all over the place that he just could never pull it off. So couldn't really be him. And Ryan has a diary. He's like, if I was a traitor, baby, I would have gave it away. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And Ryan Lochte is fine. Like, I don't know. Something about Ryan really just gets me on my knees. Like,
Ryan doesn't do nothing for me. I don't know what you're seeing.
But Tyler Crispin does something for you.
Why is he in it?
Because Farrell been off the podcast, y'all, being a white man's whore for Tyler Crispin, texting me, DMing me all his Instagram posts, but he want to get on me for thinking Ryan Lochte is fine.
Let me tell you the tea about Tyler, me and Tyler's relationship.
So, y'all have none.
I'm so sorry. This is a big ass segue. I'm so sorry. Real quick.
9:45.
I allegedly hated Tyler for a while. Mm-hmm. That was all alleged, and I
have a whole video on the account.
On the channel. If you want to get into this, I have a video on this channel, like trying to just push this agenda to myself. It was all for me. And then recently I was like, I just can't keep lying to myself for the rest of my life. Y'all, I'm in love with him. I'm in love with Tyler Crispin. I said it here. If we start dating, we get married.
Never will happen, but okay.
Well, you don't know that. You don't. I do,
unfortunately.
Anyways, after this, Sari is in another group. There's a different group. And she's like, did anything jump up to anybody when y'all got blindfolded? Did anybody see anything? And Brandy mentions, people were fidgeting. Mm-hmm. People were moving around. Andy was like, in the diary room, they're like, I'm analytical as fuck. So I really think I can clock somebody if they are pretending to be the traitor or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Rachel has a diary room.
Rachel Geesling, bitch. Rachel Big Brother winner.
Rachel Big Brother winner Riley.
Rachel Riley. Rachel Villegas. What is it? Villegas Riley. Villegas Riley.
The fuck? Rachel says. Rachel.
She ass is so nasty.
And then didn't say nothing about it either. Like that. Rachel's gonna win this game.
Honestly, I see it.
Rachel said, not only did me and Cody play the same game together, but I know Cody in real life. Me and Cody hang out together. Me and Cody's family has hang out together. So I know that Cody is in fact the traitor. And it's
she got him. It was like 10 minutes into the episode. I was like, oh, Cody, bitch.
And y'all,
your ghost is cooked. Your ghost is cooked, babe.
I don't know nothing, but I be telling Lee sometimes, I be like, is Cody not like kind of see-through? Like, I know we're not in person. I know it's over the screen. But when Rachel did this, it was like,
I just feel like, but see, that's the thing. And we're going to get into that later. Cody knows the type of people that he is not going to connect with on a level that he can manipulate. Like, I think that's why at the end of the day, someone like Cody, he has to be in an alliance full of Caucasians like he was in People the All-Stars, because those are the type of people that are going to relate to him and do whatever he wants.
But now Rachel Caucasian Riley.
But not Rachel Caucasian Riley.
Rachel Villegas. That's why.
But not even that. It's just like there's a certain type of archetype that Cody is never going to be able to manipulate and basically lead to their doom.
And there's a lot of them in here, sprinkled around. He got a lot of. Whew. So, anyways, she clocked him. After that, they go outside and they meet Alan. Adam was like, okay, so y'all are going to have a chance to win this $250,000. And the way y'all will have the chance is by playing these tasks or whatever. Right now, y'all have $0. Y'all need to earn that motherfucking money, period. He says, you might want to perform well, because if you don't, the traitors might get your ass out. Because if they don't get that money, that's the traitors' money. If they don't get that money, that's the faithful's money, possibly. So everybody wants money. Dead ass. I'm dead ass. Period.
Bitch, I'm dead ass.
Period. After that, Sri has a diary, and she said, I'm focusing on winning. I'm taking notes about how people are performing in these challenges, because I might need to take that into consideration. Period. Christian has a diary room. He was like, I was really, really wondering who the other traitors were, because at this point, they do not know who the traitors are. The traitors don't know. I
was shocked that they were going to tell us, because after watching Mo, I'm thinking, oh, we ain't going to know, which honestly was annoying as hell. I'm someone, I love spoilers. I love to know things. Give me all the information. Don't keep shit from me, bitch. Tell me the tea at least. So I like that we know who the traitors are and things like that, and they know who each other is and things like that. But honestly, I can just say this here. Like, I wonder if it would have been more interesting if they consistently switched traitors.
Ooh.
Like 3 new traitors every episode, or like maybe you add one here. You know what I mean? Like, just keep switching it up.
Or like maybe add them in instead of just having them. Like, what if this episode he tapped Suri, next episode he tapped Christian, next episode he tapped Cody, so that way it's like we getting more excited. But hey, they do it this way. Period. After this, Cody has a diary room. He says he got to play super dumb so that he doesn't get undetected. And this is just like, we're going to have to talk about Cody a lot because they show Cody a lot. And this just reiterated my first thought of like, ain't he a little see-through? Because Cody dumb? It just don't make sense. You want to be dumb. But people literally be even Big Brother.
Even here, even after all of this, even after winning Big Brother, like they're just not like Cody has that personality.
I don't see it, but I guess other people think he's dumb. Like, the nigga's smart. I don't know what to tell you.
And fine. So, honestly, I think it's just that he's fine. Like, I feel like, honestly, I'm talking about all this shit, and I be in the house.
God doesn't give people too much. Like, God don't give people too much. Like, most fine people dumb as fuck, because God not trying to make nobody too powerful. He makes Cody too powerful. Like, name a weakness Cody got. And that's the thing, like, Cody is.
You know what? I feel like I know a weakness, but we're going to keep pushing. We ain't going to say that.
I want to know.
I mean,
text it to me. Anyway,
let's just say, things aren't swinging. And if it is, oh God, he's unstoppable. already what it is. Like, what else would it be? And if it's not, then like I said, he's unstoppable. Like, you're right.
I'm sorry. That's what it is. So they pull up to the task, and
they got you.
Sorry, they pull up to the task, and what they got to do is they got to set some fires to some monsters, baby. It's a big ass wooden fucking bunny.
Beast.
Girl, it's a bunny. A big ass wooden bunny. It looked like Donnie Darko. Go watch the movie. It's a great movie. Stars Jake Gyllenhaal. Drew Barrymore's in it. Shout out. Is it Drew Barrymore? Whoever. So anyways, big ass bunnies, they got to set them on fire. To set them on fire, they're going to have to, first of all, divide into teams. It's 2 teams of 10. If you're a visual learner, go to YouTube because I got the 2 teams up here or whatever. So after they've divided to teams, they are going to then send 4 people from each team out to the water to go get a torch, light the torch, bring it back so that they can light the ropes that the other people will be collecting. So everyone else who's not in the water are going to be collecting ropes, and they're going to be dipping them in some motherfucking flammable shit, tying them together, putting them on a trail to touch the bunny, light the bunny on fire or whatever. So, 2 teams, each team has different tasks they got to do. And
they have to complete it within 30 minutes.
The first team who gets it done will earn $20,000. If the second team can get it done, they will earn $10,000. They have to do it within 30 minutes or whatever. So they split themselves into the teams themselves. Christian is yelling. He's like, all we need is 4 rowers, 6 searchers. It's simple, period. And this is when Cody gets the diary. And Cody kind of funny for this. So Cody, it's like a weird one-sided beef, this whole... So Cody has the diary.
He do not like that man. I bet Christian at home watching like, damn.
No way Christian knew.
Christian thought that was his best friend. Christian left the trailers thinking, oh my God, I built a strong relationship with Cody. I'm going to text this guy. Girl, he went home texting Cody. That nigga left him on red. Like, I'm telling you right now. Like,
that's exactly what
because that's what's hilarious about Cody. Cody really don't give a fuck about none of these bitches. Like, he never do.
Never fucking does. So Cody has a diary room, and he says, Christian has a... And Cody talks so funny because, I don't know, he's just hilarious. So Cody's like, well, Christian has a big personality, and let's just say, in Big Brother, that's someone who would just be on the opposite side.
And that's what he like. And that's him. He like to work with the per se boring people. Milk toast.
He's just not a fan of big personalities. Those people will be on the other side. I see why Dave Martin has to go. So they get to it. The rowers, they get out in the water, they start rowing. The builders, they stay on the land, they start finding the shit, searching for the shit. So Cody and Christian are both rowing for the blue team. Let me read the teams out. Blue team is Sari. Y'all don't know these names. I'm not reading this shit. So on the blue team, though, I was really finna read it. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know.
And honestly, the whole team really isn't even important into the challenge. Like, it really there's so many people who are not getting shown. Like, a lot of it really is not.
It don't matter. So Cody and Christian are both rowing for the blue team, and I wrote that down so they're on the same team. They're both in the boat rowing to get the torch. And Cody has diary room. Because Christian is like, y'all, let's roll. Go to the left. Cody, go to the right. Oh, go slower. Go faster. Let's get it. We got it. We good. We rolling. And so Cody has a diary room. And Cody was like, Christian just talks a lot, and he never shuts up. And it's like Cody's hilarious, and he doesn't fuck with Christian. And that's what you need to know. Kate. So on the other boat, the green boat, the boys are rowing. It's Ari and Ryan Lochte. And Kate is sitting in the front. She's holding the torch. And she's chilling. And
doing nothing else.
She's just holding the torch. And she's like, woo, I'm glad I chose the row because shit, I'm chilling. Like, this shit is easy. And it's like, why did she say that?
She's like, this boat isn't as big as she's used to, but she has to do as much work. So.
And Ari has a diary room. And he's like, honestly, this girl not doing nothing. And then, it's a little suspicious, but, I don't know.
And see, the thing is, I literally texted Pharaoh this. I was like, it's going to be interesting with this compared to the mole because people were actively throwing the challenge. So they could get suspicion thrown on them and the other person will go home. But in this scenario, there's no point to actively lose. Like, you can get damaged. Should be trying to lose. Like that would be dumb as hell. You're going to go home. That's how you know because literally, even the traitors have incentives to vote out people who are fucking up the challenges because they want the money. Like, there is no incentive to throw challenges at all.
Period. Win them challenges. Now, So, anyways, back on land, they find out that they need to find a key to unlock the bucket of, I guess, gasoline. What is it called? Whatever that
It's like,
is.
yeah, it's some type of flammable liquid.
Flammable liquid. And so they know they have to find the key, so they all start searching for the key, looking for it, and Reza finds the key for the green team.
Period, Daddy Reza.
Daddy Reza. The fuck? From the Stars of Sunset.
And then he has a diary. He's like, I'm here to slay. He's basically
like,
I don't know about the other girls. But I'm here to slay.
Period. I know that's right. He said, I don't know about everybody else. So Serena has the diary room. And she's like, I'm focusing. I'm doing my thing. And then I hear Reza kind of freaking out. We see like a montage of the diary rooms, people kind of saying that. And then we hear Reza, and he's like panicked. Like, he's like, these knots are wrong. These knots are wrong. We have to make sure y'all dip everything.
I literally couldn't even, I'm pretty sure they probably couldn't either. I couldn't even make out what he was saying for it because he was just yelling belligerently. Like, brother, please, baby, calm down. It's not giving that. It's not that serious. This isn't slang. Not giving that. This is not slay behavior. It's not.
It's not.
Chelsea, come on now.
So Michael, as he's doing that, Michael was like, Reza, we got to speak positive. Hush, baby. And then Michael has the diary room. And he said, note that Michael said that. Michael said out loud, we got to speak positive. Hush, baby. Michael has the diary room. He says, Reza is high maintenance. And he really needs to just...
And loud.
And he needs to just shut up and be quiet. So the green team, they are on their way. The boat people are on their way back from lighting the fire. They come back to the land or whatever. Kate has a diary room. She's like, as we're coming back on land, I'm ready for the girls to be ready.
Like, she basically was like, I expected them to be done. And they're not done.
The girls not done. So, anyways, neither team has enough rope. They got 2 minutes left. Eventually, boom, 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 boom. Green team finds the rope. They get their shit lit. Boom, $20,000.
But what's crazy is that the blue team, when Cody and them come back from the boat, Cody is the one who has to realize that they're not doing something right with the rope to connect it to the actual beast to get it lit. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you need to tell me Cody, who's out there rowing, had to come back and tell you niggas that.
How come I tell these niggas that? Ciao. So eventually, blue team flop ass. They got 30 seconds left. Man is counting down from 10. I don't know how the edit goes, but he count down from 10 a lot on these channelers. And it's like, allegedly. There was 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then, boom, they got it, $10,000. So they earned $30,000. Period. Kate has a diary room. She said, if anybody's going to be murdered, it should be somebody on the blue team for not winning the challenges.
Every time Kate talks, it's just like, she's saying anything.
There's always like that archetype on shows, and I love that we have it. And she's still in the game. I know that's right. The fuck? So, boom. They're driving back to the house. They in the cars. So we in the car. I don't know who this was.
Mm-hmm. So I have written down it's Angelica in the car with Christian and Cody, and she's letting them know that Stephanie was getting frustrated with Reza, and Cody mentions that that's going to be something that's going to be an issue in the challenges moving forward. Mm-hmm. And Bam, that's Robert. His name is Robert, but they call him Bam. He's just a ticking time bomb at this point. Mm-hmm. And then you have Katie, Archie, and Michael in the other car, and they're discussing Christian basically being extra as fuck. And Michael mentioned that he thinks it'd be an overcompensating thing, and Kate says, "Well, that's what a traitor would do. That's what it would do." So I just want to know, honestly, mm-hmm. how much alcohol are they supplying Brandy and Kate?
They never let it down. Kate. They're always holding the wine.
But I'm used to Brandy being a drunk. But see, I think maybe because Brandy is she does this. She's a pro at being a drunk on reality TV. So I feel like she's just a calm one now. Especially when it comes to strategy, because on Big Brother, she was tipsy on there, but she came together when she needed to get together. Mm-hmm. But Kate gives belligerently drunk. This bitch is drunk. Okay, she is drunk as hell. I don't
every time
I can't pinpoint a point where I think this girl is sober. I cannot.
Mm-mm. It ain't never happened. As fuck. So they're all in a room back at the mansion. And Reza walks in and he makes the jokes. He's basically like, Alice said all the traders need to go to the other room.
That was funny.
And they start laughing at Kiki and Cuckoo. And Kate has the diary room. She says, I love Reza. I love Reza and the Brazo.
Are you calling her Katie?
Kate.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm talking too fast.
Yeah.
Her name is Kate. She has a diary room. She's like, Reza, and the Bravo girlies need to stick together. So me, Brandy, Reza. But apparently Kyle's also in Bravo, but he's not a girl.
He could be a part of that because he wasn't. He didn't say he did not vote them.
I know that's right. Huh. So Reza asked everybody. Oh wait, this is right. Yes, he asked. So y'all, should the traitors be taking the people who failed the mission out?
And Kristen, the traitor, the first one to speak up. Well,
the first one to talk. Every time traitor gets mentioned, this man speaks first.
Bro, every single time, bitch. We can't even talk about the game traitor. I could be having another conversation. Yeah, like my best friend betrayed me. He come Kristen. Yeah, like I don't think a traitor should, So basically, Reza asked that, and here go Kristen. Me as not a traitor. I'm not a traitor, y'all. Mm-hmm. I don't think they will, but I feel like they have to. Yeah.
It's what kind of sentence is that? Nobody even said nothing after that.
I am like traitor. Noted.
So, anyways, Brandy has a diary. She says she's gravitated towards Katie and Reza. Those are her girly pops. Reza makes a request. He says, please make sure that the traitors, if you're a traitor here, just, take in consideration the outcome of the challenge.
And I think it was a good request because, I guess the outcome, not the...
Because he was the green team.
Yelling throughout.
Yeah. Green team won. So after this, we see Quentin, Brandy, and Sari talking. Quentin was
I will say, I feel like you see a lot of... in these first 3 episodes specifically, there's a lot of Quentin and Sari around each other a lot. I feel like I see, as of course, Brandy and Kate are around each other a lot, but also that combination of them are kind of always together.
I see that.
And we mentioned earlier, you see a lot of Ari, Kyle, Cody, Christian, the bro male guys.
And Quentin is sometimes with the bros too. Quentin is.
He is. He is.
I would.
And then the most of the girl newbies don't say shit. They don't at all.
They don't say anything.
They don't do anything.
They just walk around.
Except Mother Shelby. She gets her time to shine every once in a while.
Period. Who?
Oh, God. Honestly, though, all of them are just like,
Quentin, they're talking, and Quentin said, Reza was trying to suss out the traitors, I see. Like, he was really, doing that. And Brandon was like, well, like everybody was, really. And I was like, okay. And Sari was like...
So Sari basically acts like, okay, I'll say a name if you say a name. And Brandy's like, I'm not sure. It could be anyone. And Sari says, really, bitch, you think I'm a traitor?
And the way Sari was just looking at somebody.
I was like,
and then we closed that scene with Sari looking at.
It was giving Brandy dead Ghostbuster. I was like, girl, you're out of here. You're out.
Literally. So after this, they're all going to sleep. The lights are turning off. They're saying goodnight to everybody. Quentin has a diary room. He was like, it sucks that somebody got to get murdered. Stephanie has a diary room. She said, I got to sleep with one eye open. Period. Alan tells us, he's like, to the audience, the traitors are about to meet each other, and they're gonna be pulling up to the traitor turret. What's it called? Traitor turret. So we see it's all dark. There's like a gate that they have to walk through, and we see each traitor walking through the gate. They gotta earn their cloak, but to earn their cloak, they have to agree to the terms and conditions.
Basically.
So Alan says, before I hold you your cloak, I gotta ask you some questions, bitch. Do you commit to lying and deceiving your way through the game? They say, I do. He says, are you willing to murder one of your fellow players every motherfucking night? They say, yes. And he said, do you vow to keep your identity and those of your fellow traitors a secret? Boom. They put on their cloaks. They come in. Sari walks in first. So Sari's in the little small ass room. And they gotta stand up.
It is a very small room. Y'all get them
chairs? Damn. So anyway, so Sari's in her cloak, head down.
Pause. I will say, I don't know how I thought they were going to have the quotations murder them. I didn't think it was going to be this like formal. I really imagined them having to go to their room, not hurt them, but like at least go see them and be like, gotcha, bitch. You know?
I didn't know. The only thing I could think of is who done it. When they said murder, I was thinking like who done it, where they actually died. But those are like actors. So it's like, okay, I guess they couldn't do all that. But anyways, so Sari comes in first, her head down. Christian walks in. And when Christian walks in, they both look up, they see each other, and Christian is happy. And Sari has a diary room. She's like, Christian, this is fun. Because Christian is like a Labrador, like a Labradoodle. He doesn't necessarily give traitor behavior because he's a Labradoodle, but it's like, babe, you spoke too soon.
So way too soon.
I can see why she would think that. Because thinking of other Labrador retrieval niggas, they don't give traitor. But
it's like they don't give traitor, but it's like give them the task to be the traitor. It's like,
and that's the issue. So, boom. They asked, Christian was like, did you know it was me? And she was like, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit. And Chris has a diary room. He's like, I had no idea it was Sari, but I'm so glad she's a traitor because she's gonna be able to help. And then Cody walks in, and if y'all don't remember, Cody does not like Christian.
Not like Christian.
So Cody walks in, and Cody has a diary room, and you can see him like he sees Sari first.
And he's like,
and so he has a diary room, and he's like, I immediately see Sari, and I'm excited. And then I look to my left, and then we see him look to his left. And he goes, He's like, look to my left. And I see Christian is a traitor, and it's like, this is just a nightmare. And then Christian says,
this is the dream team. And it's like, yeah, for you.
Your dream team, sir.
We got the best Survivor player of all time.
It's his dream team and Cody's nightmare. Like,
literally. You went to one of the best Survivor players of all time and one of the best Big Brother players of all time.
The best. Oh, maybe not.
Of course, the dream team to you, man. I know Cody Smith was just like, they really sit up there and put.
No, because I will say, at least if they was gonna put one newbie in, at least it's the one that could fuck them up a little bit. Because if Sari and Cody get fucked up, it's probably because.
And that's gonna make it a little bit more interesting, though.
Mm-hmm.
So they were all, and it was just the iconic trio. Like, shit, we'll call it the brigade then. Shit. Like, what do you want from us?
So I'm glad they put Christian in there. So Cody is like, we have to have really logical, really strategic decisions. We have to make sure that we're choosing the right ones. We have to make sure that everything we does makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to them. We have to make sure that if we do something this round, that the next
strategist round, bitch, a big brother winner, bitch.
It's like, okay.
My pussy was getting a little wet.
No, and I ain't never heard Cody talk like this because in Big Brother, if people know you smart, you out. But in this, like being open with the other traders, it's like they've made a vow, bitch. You can't snitch. Yeah. Like, I don't know. So he can say whatever the fuck he wants. So he's being really, really, really
And it really is interesting to see these two different strategies from two different shows kind of like combine in this way. Because you can definitely see how they play their respective games trickling over into this one. It's really interesting.
So Christian says, we shouldn't say Michael because Michael's really lovable. I didn't understand the reason, but okay. Cody agrees. I think Cody just agrees with Christian. Just to agree with Christian. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Cody actually agreed. I think Cody just said I agree, so he can shut up. And it's Cody says we need to have people here who we can nudge in our direction, and that's how. And you know what? Cody just exposed himself. Not that he's ever gonna play Big Brother again, but that's literally what he likes. He likes
1,000% his strategy. And then this is why I said like it's definitely it's a similar archetype that he just does not relate to because he started mentioning like I don't trust Brandy, Kate, and rather not even trust, but like those would be his targets because essentially he doesn't feel like he can manipulate those people. And then when you look in like Big Brother 22, his opposition, some of the names would be Kevin or
Janelle
or Bailey, Janelle, Kaser. These are people who they're not just here to sit here and do nothing. They're here to actually play. They're here to actually get to the end.
People of color.
Exactly. But in this situation, I mean, two of them are white women, and then you have Reza, who's a POC. So it's like, it's not even necessarily about that. It's more of just like the archetype. And I guess in this instance, hey, I mean, that's just the conversation for another day. But that is just the archetype he's not going to be able to get with. He's going to have to work with people like the Nicoles, like the Dannys, people who are a little bit more, usable. Manageable. Ari, Kyle. I mean, they see that's a great word. Manageable. Just see a little bit more. I mean,
and that's basically what he said.
Use you and throw your way. 100%.
And that's basically what he said.
Basically.
So,
that's why he does not like Christian, because Christian, like, I think Christian reminds him of Zach Rance in BB16, 100%. Like, I think that's what he sees him as. Like, he does a lot. Don't like that.
And you can't really work with, well, he has no choice but to, but it's so hard to work with someone like that, which is why he said that will be someone who's not in my alliance, because how can I work with you? Like, you're doing a lot. But basically Christian says that Reza is a ringleader type of person. And Cody is like, we need to stir up as much chaos as possible with this decision. He has a diary room saying that. And Sari has a diary room. And Sari is like, her strategy is to not really impress my ideas and views onto the other.
And that's Sari. That is Sari, bitch.
she's like, unless I know someone is coming after me and I need to get them out, I'm probably not gonna say much. And it's like, okay, mother, you don't have to say much. So Christian goes all in. He's basically like, Kate is toxic and she's just gonna put a target on her own back and da 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 da. We have flashback to Kate talking about Cody. Brandy, they say, is not easy to read, and that's the issue. And then we have a flashback of Brandy when she's talking to Sari, and she's telling Sari that
she can't trust anybody. Basically.
I can't trust anyone. Reza, they say, is going to make people second guess in the tasks that they're doing, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
So they write down who they're murdering. They bring it to Alan. They slip it under, and then Alan goes and slips it under a door.
The door.
When we realize that it's really just sitting on a. I don't know how.
So it slips under the door, and then they actually. I didn't even peep that.
So that ends episode 1.
That's episode 1, y'all. Who's dead? I don't know. Okay, 9:45.
For 5. Remember episode 2.
Oh, this is cute.
Thank you. So they start off. They start off the round at breakfast. So what happens is they're gonna trickle into the breakfast room, and somebody's not gonna come in, and that's gonna be the bitch who's eliminated. So first, Kyle, Brandy, Stephanie, and Azra.
I think I have no idea. Honestly.
That girl. They walk in, and Brandy.
I would say Azra probably.
Azra. Brandy is happy, but she's nervous for her friend. She wants Kyle and Reza to pop up.
And I was so happy. I was like, thank God Brandy is not dead. Not yet. I need her. We need some mess. I
was happy Brandy wasn't dead too. Of the 3, I was like, girl,
yeah.
I guess it gotta be Reza. I don't know.
It had to be Reza. I'm sorry. He had to go.
I'm sorry.
I was fine with it.
Kyle says that he thought it might have been him, Brandy, or Stephanie. He was like, I thought it might have been one of us, but it's not. And Ozra was like, they wouldn't want to pick people who can win some money or whatever. So after that, Quentin, Amanda, Rachel, and Cody walk in, and Cody is a motherfucking traitor. So Cody is pretending like he don't know who's coming in. Cody has a diary room. He was like, there's not a lot of eyes on me, but Brandy is very observant. So I gotta watch that girl. Period. I was like, okay. After that, Angelica, Michael, Sari, and Andy walk in. Sari is a traitor, but she's pretending. Sari has the diary room. She says, I can't give away that I know who the fuck's coming in. But, I'm like, I know you coming in. Oh, I know you're here too. But, she got to pretend. After that, Ryan and Bam walk in. Brandy is stressed because ain't none of her
She's stressed down.
Stressed as fuck. So, essentially, everybody else walk in. Christian walks in, and when Christian walks in, we get a diary room from Bam, and Bam has a diary room. He's like, I'm excited to see Christian because Christian and me have a good bond. We really connected very early on. We have a friendship, and as a Puerto Rican, I can cherish friendship a lot. And it's like they really slid that in. They could have gave him a little more time, I fear. But hey,
I feel so bad. I feel so bad.
They slid that in. As a Puerto Rican, I'm getting next, and it's like, damn. So Christian Chris has diary room. He says, I want everybody to feel like I'm so happy to see them and da da da.
And really, you're just doing a lot.
Right. So Brandy has anxiety. Brandy has a diary room. She's like, my heart is beating because I want my girlies to come in. It's either Ari, Kate, and Reza. Those are the last 3. Someone walks in and it's Ari. And Brandy's like, damn. And I'm
Mind
like,
you,
damn.
I have Archie in all of these notes.
Damn, as you should. So Kyle, Quentin, and Cody, they're whispering in the corner. They're like, he could be a traitor because he's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then people start getting shook because it's either Reza or Kate. And they're like, damn.
Brandy's stressed as hell.
Those are big-ass personalities that one of them are finna go home. So eventually, Kate walks in. Brandy runs up. She gives her a hug. And everybody is shook because they're like, Reza was a huge personality. Like, Reza going is crazy.
Kyle says it's BS. And they honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, like, Kyle definitely got to be part of this Bravo thing a little bit more. We're going to get into that on something else he does later on. But it's like, you and the Bravo fam, too.
Interesting. So, we get a flashback to the Traitors. They deciding on Reza. They really just say the same thing they said, but they decided on Reza.
Yeah.
Boom. Geraldine speaks. And she's whispering. And she's like, y'all, Michael could be the traitor because he had... You know what's funny? I'm so sorry, y'all. It's funny because so many random sentences get said. But for some reason, this random sentence was that random.
This is it. Because she was fidgety.
She was fidgety already. It's just anything.
That was fidget.
That was the same with the mole. Like, any little thing, you're going to assume it's them.
You breathing, bitch? She's the mole.
A little too hard. Like, that's the traitor.
Who you coughing at? Traitor.
I know you ain't coughing at me. So Geraldine says Michael could be the traitor because he had an argument with Reza at the challenge. Now,
child, I just see her face.
She wasn't lying. she wasn't lying, but
it didn't need to be said. It was not enough of a situation to for that. It did like she was just starting mess. And it's like, Geraldine, baby. Geraldine.
Because if you remember, Michael was like, Reza, we use nice words over here, girl, hush.
And Reza didn't reply. He continued yelling about it.
But anyways, so everybody has a diary room and was like, well, maybe Geraldine is on to something. If this is true, and let's see if this is it, and let's get to the bottom of this.
And I remember initially thinking, I don't know much about Stephanie. I have not seen any of her Survivor seasons. I watched Hate vs. Villains, but she goes home pretty early in that one because of her past legacy in the game. It wasn't even because of anything she did. But now knowing that she got chosen unanimously as the snake in that other show and further actions this episode, it just gives Stephanie don't know what the hell she be talking about.
I was just going to say, honestly, this just shows, I see why she lost the Survivor season next to a newbie, because
she lost next to a newbie?
Yeah,
okay, this is really bad. So Stephanie's first season, she literally the term Pagong is coined after her tribe. She was the last person remaining. The second time she came, was also a newbie. The third time she got out early because they thought she was a curse because she got Pagong on her original first season.
Got out.
She went on Snake in the Grass and got unanimously chosen as the snake. And y'all see what she's doing here. So Stephanie, baby,
stay home. Like, that's what this should be. Because not only is this happening, but on episode 3, y'all, like, girl, stay home.
I guess I can't blame her that much. She's thinking, you know.
I guess. So Alan pops in, and this is when he like officializes it. Y'all, Reza
is out.
He's out, and he just throws I
don't know, from Adam.
Toss that picture out.
The dramatics.
Okay, so today at the round table is when y'all will have a chance to banish somebody from the motherfucking villa. This is not a villa. The mansion. To banish a traitor, if you can. After this, we scatter a little bit. Christian, Quentin, and Kyle talk about being scared of Geraldine being a traitor. They're like, maybe it's Geraldine. And Christian starts pushing Geraldine. So we see Christian running around, pushing Geraldine to other people. And Brandy has a diary room. She's like, damn, Christian laid it on real thick.
Because it's like one person says something, he's like, "Yep, it's definitely Geraldine." See, and then he literally goes to every single person in the goddamn castle, except Geraldine, to say it's Geraldine. And it's like you can tell he's moving as if he won't get caught, or it's just reckless. And it's like, who would move reckless? The traitor.
So literally the traitor. So Brandy tells Sari, she's like, it's Michael and Christian. And Sari has a diary room, and she's like, Christian is putting a lot of heat on us. And he's just doing anything.
And it's like Brandy really clocks.
One thing about Brandy is she clocks. Like she clocks off with this shit. Like, oh, she clocks. She needed to go for the Traitors' sake. Like,
honestly.
So, Quincy, Cerie, Kate, and Brandy, and that was the click up. You said Quincy, Cerie, Kate, and Brandy. They talk about it possibly being Geraldine. And Brandy's like, I don't know, like, because Brandy thinks it's Michael and Christian. So she's kind of like, is it giving Geraldine? I don't know. So Christian goes, he talks to another group, he pushes Geraldine to that other group. Andy has a diary room, and she says, Christian is a damn traitor. Because this morning, Christian has just been on go. And he's been like a bull, just shoving shit in my face. And it's like, why is he like this? Like, I don't know. He's just not subtle. He's the opposite of subtle. He's the opposite of subtle. Erratic.
Christian.
Geraldine has the diary room.
Here Geraldine. In the cloud. Everybody ain't walking around talking about Geraldine. Here goes Geraldine.
She's not talking about nothing.
My plan is to make people feel comfortable. Everyone's uncomfortable. But then she has a cute little moment. She talks about how, growing up, it was hard for her to make connections because her second language is English and things like that. So she had to learn about a lot about people's skills. I'm assuming, I don't know.
I assumed white. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was Latin. Yeah, Geraldine Moreno.
Latin. So shout out to her. So Geraldine, speaking in the group, she asked Christian. She's like, "Have you heard anyone's thinking of?" And Christian was like, "No."
After he's been walking around saying her name all day.
He quiet when he talked to Geraldine. That's what
right. Crickets, my crickets.
He should have clocked because why are you quiet now? So after that, Rachel, she's talking to Kate. It's a bunch of the girls.
Yeah, it's Rachel, Kate, Brandy, Amanda, Michael.
And then Michael's there. And then she's like, she's like, Michael, did you and Reza have words? Because I heard you and Reza have words. Michael was like,
that did not happen.
He was like, that did not happen. Rachel was like, well, Geraldine basically said you did. And Amanda talks. Amanda talks too. And it's like, okay, Amanda.
They like to throw in randomly. Okay, you don't know this person yet? Here they are.
Literally.
I was an ER nurse, so I know how to peep bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, that's what she said. but that's how they throw them in. Like, it'll be a random conversation between the people that Brandy and somebody. And then here goes Pharaoh. As a critical technician, I understand that, a traitor.
How does an ER nurse peep bullshit?
Because people are not always honest. Well, I assume she meant, when people going to the doctor, how many sexual partners have you had? Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When I go in the accident, I say one.
Why you lie?
I mean, they gonna check me anyway. They don't know what I have. I'm here to get checked, bitch. Why are you in my business? You already know. You already gonna know. You don't need to know all of that. Right. You don't need to know all of that.
So Amanda that's what she had in her diary room. And then she pipes up and she's like, Geraldine was saying a lot of shit. But I believe you. I believe you. And it's like, okay. Michael has the diary room. He's like, well, shit. Now you're gonna throw Geraldine's name under the bus, and she throwing my name under the bus. That's just that on that.
Period. Point in the motherfucking bitch.
So they all meet on the porch in front of the villa.
The porch.
And they get the time.
Not the villa.
The porch in the villa. The porch from the mansion. So
the castle.
The castle.
You ain't using the right word once.
They come from Scotland. I don't know what they got over there. Over here we have villas. But in Scotland, it's a castle. So in front of the castle, on the porch, the castle porch, Alan is like, y'all, we're playing hide and seek. And they was like, oh, and I was happy too. Now, y'all.
I think it's fun.
Girl. So they can play hide and seek. He said, we need 6 volunteers. Bitches raise their hand. The bitches who raise their hands, they're at the top. If you're looking at the screen, they're on the top. It is Stephanie, Ari, Kyle, Shelby, Amanda, and Bam Bam. His name is not Bam Bam.
Bam Bam Bam.
So them 6 are going to go with them. And then the rest of y'all are going to split into 3 groups. So as everybody leaves, the 6 of them, they leave, they get in the car, they dip. Alan is like, okay, so the rest of y'all are split into 3 groups. And each group are going to have to find 2 of those people.
Yep.
So group 1, I'm not reading this. Y'all don't give a fuck. So they're in groups.
Well, I'm like, this is easier to say.
The groups matter a little bit more. So the yellow group is Rachel, Brandy, Cody, Christian, and Ryan. Cody and Christian are both traitors. And I know Cody is sick. Because episode 1, he was with Christian. Episode 2, he's also in a group with Christian. And y'all,
he already traded with
episode 3. Spoiler alert for episode 3. He's with him again. Like, Cody is sick.
That's his bestie.
By default.
By accident.
Unfortunate.
He see this man all day. He see this man throughout the day, at night, bitch in the morning, at breakfast.
Literally. He can't even go to the Traitors to rep and be alone. Like, that nigga's gonna be there. Like, I don't know. So the red team is Geraldine, Michael, Kate, and Quentin. The blue team is Azra, Sari, Andy, and Angelica. Sari is the only traitor in that one. So the 6 volunteers, they arrive at fucking graves, y'all. Like, the way...
Buried graves, y'all.
So they're like open caskets. The shits are like a little bit deep enough for you to put a bunch of dirt on top.
A bunch.
And they're walking up to it, and it's 6 of them. And I know they started looking all crazy. And y'all, I'm telling you right there, if it was me, I would have walked away. Like, I would have
no way. There's
no way. I know they're not gonna have me.
Because they like, this isn't the game anymore. Like, they're actually gonna, like, bury them. Like, there's dirt to put on top.
I just don't think I would do that. So, if you can stay in your casket, bitch, until the players find you, you will earn $5,000 each for the cash pot. But they are timed, so the other teams have to find them within an amount of time, or they won't get the cash, and they have to stay in the casket, or they won't get the cash.
It's 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Stephanie has a diary room. She says she's afraid of small spaces, as am I. Shelby has a diary room. She said this is her biggest fear, as it is for me. Both of them girlies did it. Me? Mm-mm.
You went. So as soon as you went there, you would be like, no.
As soon as he said, you have to stay in here until they find you for $5,000, I would have been like, y'all, I'm so sorry.
Traitor.
Like,
you're the shithole traitor.
Dang. No, traders want money too. It just wouldn't make sense.
Okay, well, we're getting you out because you got help with the challenge then.
Well, this was hard. I don't know. Like, I swear to God, if y'all vote me out for this, I'm gonna be so mad. But I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. You doing it?
I have to.
You don't. That's the thing. It's a choice.
I would do it. So something like this, I wouldn't. Like, it's scary, but I feel like I'd do it.
See, but this is like one of my fears. Like, y'all, I watch like those cave videos in a panic. Like, I watch those to just make my heart racing, me to get scared. When I want to see like a scary movie, I don't see a scary movie. I go to watch cave divers because bitch, that shit is scary. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. So anyways, they get like a little pillow in there. So I was like, at least they get a little pillow. But anyways, they all lay down, all 6 of them, in their individual caskets, and they get buried the fuck. So they start getting the dirt poured on top of them. And it's like, damn. So boom. Alan sounds the horn, and that's indicating to the 3 teams that they could go ahead and open their maps that he handed them. And they will have 40 minutes to go ahead and find their 2 individual people. So each team has to first find the walkie-talkie to communicate with the buried person or whatever, because each buried person, or some of the buried people, is going to have a clue for each team.
Yeah, this was interesting because it's like 2 people were assigned to a team, but only 1 person had a working walkie-talkie and clues. So the other person was just sitting in that bitch.
Yeah, and it's like, ooh.
Now it's like, okay, I understand. I hope that's the thing. If that was not communicated, I'd be mad because I was in there and I started talking to walkie-talkie. And then okay, get me out this bitch. Sure. Now it's a problem because how do I know they're actually coming? I don't know this anymore. Now I'm scared because from the looks of it, it's like anyone replied to the person.
Never.
What nothing in their casket.
Yep.
Couldn't be me.
Didn't. I hope I wouldn't have had the casket with the clue because I wouldn't have been in it. I'm sorry. So they're all headed towards to find their walkie-talkies. They see like a location on the map. And so, boom, they get to going. The red team finds their walkie-talkie first, and there's also some shovels in there. Mm-hmm. So they are assigned to Shelby and Amanda, who are in their caskets, and those are the people they have to find. Kate has a diary room. After they speak to them, they're like, "Hey, where are y'all at?" And they're like, "Oh, we're buried somewhere. You guys have to find us." And Kate has a diary room, and she's like, "You know, they get to take a nap."
A 45-minute nap.
A 45-minute nap while I have to sit here and run around with Michael and Quentin all day. It's like, okay.
It's like Kate really. I feel like Kate. This is a vacation for Kate. She was like, I ain't got shit else to do.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. I don't think she expected that they had to do so much other things. She was like, God damn.
Literally. So, they read their clue out. Is it Shelby who has the clue?
Well, it's Amanda for the red team. She has the clue.
Okay,
and then the clue in her casket is, I might be old, but you'd be wrong to bark up at me. So then they're able to see that on their map, the red team, that they need to go to the ancient tree. Because obviously, bark up tree, you know.
So they start heading towards the ancient tree. Then we pop to the yellow team. The yellow team finds their walkie-talkie, and that team has Kyle and Bam buried. I think Kyle is the one who is.
Yeah, and Kyle, the clue he reads is slow and steady wins the race, but not in this case. And that takes them to the Hare Woods because of the, tortoise and the hare. Love that book, by the way.
Shout out to you. Period. I hated it. Because why are you slow? No, I'm playing. So the blue team, we bop to the blue team. The blue team finds the walkie-talkie. Ari is the one who speaks for them. Stephanie is buried.
And she says, that clue is, I'm in a watery grave. I feel like the troll. Now, that would have confused me.
I'm not going to lie.
But there's a bridge.
When they were like, it's under the bridge, I was like, how do you know?
Because, trolls be under that bridge. I feel like Dora should have taught me that. Under the bridge. But so they head to the bridge.
They head to the motherfucking bridge. At this
point,
only
25 minutes left.
25 minutes left.
And it has 40. So it took 25 minutes for them to get to the place. To get to the place where
so you're telling me you could be buried alive, literally dirt over you. The dirt started spilling a little bit in there. 20 minutes, no walkie-talkie.
Mind you, the oxygen running out. Well, they may have an oxygen tank in there. You never know. I would need one. I would have to see it.
I would have to see it. I don't know. I just can't do it. 25 minutes left. So, boom, we see the red team. The red team makes it to the tree, the elder tree. What's it called?
The ancient tree, I think.
Ancient tree.
Yeah.
And there's a grave site or whatever. And so they see a bunch of grave sites, and there's like plaques on them. But each plaque has a different pattern and so they phone in to whoever their designated person was. Well, I forgot. And they were
Amanda.
Oh, okay, Amanda. But they're like, Girly Pop, we see some plaques, but what else do you see? Like, what do you see? And so Amanda has to describe her plaque. This was the only team we saw do that, but I'm assuming every team had to do that.
Yeah, or they just got it. I'm not too sure because I know because Michael also found some flowers and then she connected the flowers to the other symbol in the thing. And they were able to connect to them and they needed to go run to the place to find her. Do you remember how they made that connection?
Yeah, so they dug up a flower.
I was confused.
They dug up a flower, and that exact flower was on their particular map.
Yeah.
A picture of it. So they knew that was where they needed to go. So they start running towards the flower site that's on the map. And so Geraldine has the map at this point. So Geraldine is running with the map.
And you know what it's giving?
It's giving joy.
If y'all know who Joy from the Mole is, check out the Mole on the Netflix. Joy icon.
Mother.
But it was giving joy. It was like, Geraldine, baby, no.
So Geraldine is just running, and she's not really saying much. She's just like, y'all, let's this way, guys. Let's go. I got it. And Geraldine has that. She's like, I'm just a team player, and I have the map, and girl don't know what's coming for her. Ooh.
Nothing. Not saying a single thing. Go this way, guys. No, come on, guys. Come on. Let's go.
Michael has the diary room, and he's like, Geraldine keeps taking the map. She's not communicating. It's pissing me off. So as they're running, Michael and Kate are running. And Michael was like, I'm down to eliminate Geraldine if you want to. And Kate was like, huh? She was not ready. She was so confused. She was genuinely very confused. And Michael was like, you better vote Kate tonight. Or I'm gonna vote you.
Well, you. And then I remember when he said it, literally, y'all, I did not even write it down because I'm like, oh, the caption must be wrong. Like, there's no way he just told this girl that because his tone was not jokey. And I guess it's because he's literally running while trying to talk strategy / shit about a teammate. It's a lot going on. But Kate's like, okay.
It was a lot. So Kate was like, okay, at this point. So boom, we pop to the blue team because that's the thing. Kate's natural reaction wasn't even this because she's in the middle of a challenge. So Kate is working on the challenge.
Sophie's on running to get this girl out of the grave, and he over here talking about something now, Geraldine.
Like, girl, what?
And her diary room, she's like, literally, this is bad timing because like she's in our group. Like, what's going on? Like, it's too
literally
much.
What's happening? What's going on? So we bought to the blue team. The blue team was on their way to the bridge, and they were lost.
Another joy moment.
And Andy is the one who had the map. Andy is literally leading them. There's people far away behind them. And then Andy is like, oh, y'all.
I don't know what we got.
I think we have to go all the way back. And
it's like, that don't even make sense. All the way back?
All the way back? It didn't make sense. And why is it so big? Where are they? Damn.
The castle grounds, I guess.
It's a big ass ground.
You know, the castle, it's like a whole bunch of land. It's a bunch of land. Like they have groundskeeper areas. They have, you know what I mean? They have different things.
Boom. So we bought to the yellow team. The yellow team makes it to the Hair Woods, and they just dig up their flower. So
well, I think they initially they start frantically digging. I think they think, is this the one? I think they think that she's in the grave. That grave. Like, no, that's not the grave. Yeah,
not yet, babe. But anyway, they end up digging up the flower. They see it on the map, and at this point, they have 10 minutes. I'm thinking blue team ain't never gonna finish. So they have 10 minutes. Yellow team is heading towards the flower that's on the map, which is where they're at, by the way. Those flowers that are on their maps is the location. Yeah. So they head towards there. Blue team finally finds the bridge. They dig up the flower. They see it's a rose. They go to the flower that's on their map, and all three teams are headed towards the motherfucking grave.
They eating these challenges up. They eating challenges
the fuck up. Not for five.
Well, I will say, I guess this kind of they fucked a little bit in this one. But I feel like in general, I just feel like they're doing pretty well. Like I don't see it takes a while before people really start seeing it's like struggle. Almost like
this. I wouldn't say this was easy, but it wasn't hard.
I do think. I think the only thing I can really compare it to is the mole. The challenges are way easier than that.
Yeah. Boom. So yellow and blue team make it to the location at the same time. They both start digging. So yellow and blue team have been digging already. Stephanie wants to get out, y'all. The way Stephanie wants to get out is the way I would want to get out. Stephanie's like, come on! So anyway, the red team are the last ones to arrive, and Michael is annoyed because Geraldine is the one who has the map. He's like, damn, girl, like you had the map. Like, why are you struggling with Christian is digging like a wild animal. Boom, he hits Brandy. Brandy's like, damn. Like, this man, like Brandy's annoyed. She's like, he just does too much. Like, how are you hitting me with shovels and shit? It's like, damn.
Calm down.
And so Diary, she in the diary room, she's like, I just don't like him. I don't. I'm sorry. So the yellow team kills it. Boom. They dig both of their team members out. Boom. Yellow team is shit done. They're good. That's $10,000 right there. After that happens, Michael leans over to Kyle.
As he just got out of the goddamn box.
He just got out the grave. Everyone else is digging out the grave. Kyle has to readjust to the light. And Michael is like, we voted Geraldine, right, tonight? And Kyle's in the diary room. He's like, what? Kyle is like, that's just not what I would be doing when people are literally buried, right? Like, people are buried.
Alive.
Currently, in front of us, when we have the shovels in our hands. And you are asking me, am I voting Geraldine tonight? Like, what the fuck? So anyways, the time is counting down with 1 minute left. Red team finally finished. Mind you, red team came after blue team. Blue team was here at the same time as yellow team, and blue team are still digging.
And it's like, what the hell was they doing?
I don't know what they were doing. Oh no, Michael's not even on blue team. I was like, is Michael?
Well, you know what? Also, I just realized, I guess they don't really have a male on their team either.
Yeah, it's a bunch of girls digging. And Andy. So it's like, dang. So blue team is struggling. It's counting down. They're trying to get the shit. They're trying to get it undigged. Boom. They don't make it. Time runs out. They lost the money. But the other team,
however,
still earned $20,000 for the pot. So They let them out of the fucking thing, and they all get in the cars. They headed back to the mansion. Boom. $20,000. Congratulations.
Now these car chats gonna get messy.
These cars are getting messy. Yo. In the car, Cody, Brandy, and Kyle talk about how Christian was very, very on today. Like he was doing
very over the top, very LTT, jamboree.
And Cody plays into it. He's like, yeah, Christian has been annoying. He does make it a lot.
And like that's just him. That's just him at this point. Like
that's just him at this point. And, I don't really know if it makes him a traitor, but he's doing a lot. Christian has his eye on him. He's thinking, I think I built some camaraderie with Brandy today.
Have you busted out the face with the goddamn?
Have you busted out the face with the motherfucking thing? So in the same car, Kyle speaks to Cody and Brandy. He's like, I think Michael could be a traitor because why randomly? He whispers to me that we need to vote out Geraldine during the challenge. Like, what's that about? And Brandy was like, I also think at least one reality star is a traitor. And I think it's Sari.
So at this point, Brandy motherfucking Giesling motherfucking I don't even know. Like Brandy, because some of y'all forgot that Brandy's a Big Brother player as well, man.
And a good one, I hear. I don't know.
Nah, because like you said, Brandy low-key needed to go because she had the gooses were cooked, babe. Because how did she even pick the fact that it was Sari? Maybe because she's around her a lot.
I don't know.
I did not think that she would think it would be Sari, but because she also talks to Sari a lot too. So it's just like so.
And you know what else I noticed? Brandy does not mention that she thinks it's Sari too much. She mentions the other two people.
This is like the first time, first and only time.
And only time. She doesn't mention it again. But Brandy is very, very smart, very analytical. And Cody said it. Cody said, I need to watch out for Brandy because Brandy is observant as fuck.
Like, he knows who Mother is.
So Brandy, mind you, Brandy said that in front of Cody. So Brandy just told Cody that she thinks it's Sari, she thinks it's Christian, and it in fact is Sari and Christian. That's the thing. Girly Pop was one off. If she had clocked that Cody, man, if she knew that Cody, because the thing, I don't think Brandy knows who Cody is.
Not for real, for real.
Man. If she would have knew a little bit or even talked to him a little bit, she probably would have clocked. So back at the mansion, everyone walks in. They do their little scatter talk again.
Yep. Everybody talking about Geraldine. Well, it's whispers about Geraldine.
Everybody talking about Geraldine.
Well, most because she's the most people that everyone being vocal about. Like clearly the votes at the round table do not reflect that everyone wants Geraldine. But it seems like going in, damn it, everybody gonna want Geraldine because that's the only name that I hear is mainly being said.
And so Christian has a scene where he's talking to Stephanie, and he's like, "Everyone's saying Geraldine," and Stephanie's like, "I don't think everyone is saying Geraldine." It was a quick little scene, and then we see a scene of Alan talking outside on the steps, and I have written down, I don't know what Alan is talking about, but he's basically introducing the fact that they're about to have their vote. So back in the house, Brandy starts pushing Michael.
Yep.
So she's telling Stephanie, Andy, and Angelica, and she's like, it's Michael. Christian walks by, he jokes with her a little bit. Doesn't she flick him off or something? I was like, okay. And they were like,
that man.
Do you think Christian is a traitor? Brandy's like, I know he's a traitor.
I know he is.
And Andy was like, I have my suspicions because he's always, spearheading the conversations. And Andy has a diary. She's like, if you're spearheading the combos, you're trying to push people away from you. And it's like, okay, per. So Christian tells Kyle, Ryan, Bam, he's like, every conversation I had, Geraldine's the vote, Geraldine's the vote, Geraldine's the vote. Cody has a diary room. He says, I'm nervous because Brandy has clocked the fuck out of Sari and Christian. So we're going to have to do something about that. I know that's the fuck right. So, boom. We get to the motherfucking table. Everyone's sitting down, and they're about to have, I guess, a deliberation, whatever you want to call it. They're about to start talking. So Cody opens it up. And I was thinking, why are you talking?
Yeah, honestly.
I was like, shut up. But Cody's opens it up. And he's like, honestly, y'all, there's two names.
Man, actually.
There's two names, and that's Gangsta Girl G, and that's Michael. He didn't say that, but he was like G. And Michael, y'all are the names, And Christian was like, why is Christian talking? After Cody talks, Christian talks. And I was like, y'all really need to shut up. if one of y'all was gonna talk, at least the other one shouldn't have talked right after.
But that's what pisses me off because it's okay that Cody talked. But here go Christian. Just gotta say something. And I know Cody was like, nigga, why are you talking after me?
Every time Christian talks, I just know Sari and Cody are like, can he? Because he doesn't say the right things. So Christian was like, Geraldine, you just seemed fidgety after the blindfolds were removed and everyone clapped. Ari speaks. Ari says, we just need to get to the bottom of the he said, she said, because there's a lot of he said, she said. And this is when Michael speaks up.
It gets real messy at the round table.
It does. Michael says, okay, Geraldine, it was brought to my attention that you were saying that me and Reza had an altercation and an argument, and that never motherfucking happened. And Geraldine has a diary. She doesn't say anything in real life, but in her diary
she freezes like a traitor would. Geraldine, say something, shit.
Literally, she says, when I get caught out, I shut down. And it might come across as weird to some people, but I just shut down. So Geraldine eventually says, yeah, but I never said that you were a traitor. And this is when Brandy speaks up. Brandy says, Michael, she calls him out and she says, you've been saying Geraldine.
You've been saying her name all day, babe.
You've been saying Geraldine.
And it's like, you want to confront her about that, but you've been saying her name all day. And then here go Kate with the assist. No, I'm sorry. Brandy and Kate, they ate him up. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. This was the nastiest tag team. She's basically like, you walk around all day saying Geraldine. Like, what is up with that?
And so she tells the story, and she's like, y'all, literally, I'm running. And here come Michael, running. He's like, oh, well, you're going to vote Geraldine tonight, right? Are you going to do that? Because if you don't vote Geraldine, I'm voting you. And then the girls were gay. When Kate said that, the mouths dropped.
They were shocked.
Because he basically threatened the fuck out of her. And it's like,
and Michael was like, I meant it as a joke. I have anxiety. Things come out weird. He's saying, like, I'm an awkward person, And
then this is when Kyle speaks. It's the Bravo gang. I didn't even click.
That's why I said, I was like, it's the Bravo gang. It's the Bravo gang.
So Kyle speaks up, and Kyle was like, but you came up to me too. At the gravesite, you literally pulled me aside and was like, Geraldine. So
and it was gagged again. Michael said, I didn't pull you aside. I didn't pull you. And Kate was like, I don't know, it's just pretty selfish to me. I think it's pretty selfish. They are really gagging him up. Like
literally.
Bravo said, oh, y'all want to take out Reza? Okay.
So Michael was like, I'm just not good at talking, and I suck. My social game sucks. And Kate was like, well, you're good at talking right now. You're doing real good at talking right now. And Michael was like, I'm a loose cannon, but not in the way that I'm a liar. I'm just, I just can't read the room really. And Geraldine, you've been throwing my name around, and you've been saying I had an altercation with Reza, and I did not have an altercation with Reza.
So he said, so yes, honey, I'm looking for a reason to get you gone.
So yes, honey, I'm looking for a reason to get you gone.
Michael country accent really sends me.
Girl, literally. So, bitch, it's time to vote.
Brandy has a very fun diary room. She's like, honestly, I think it's Christian, but I don't have majority. So
I gotta go.
It's like, Brandy, you really should push that.
Literally. So they are revealing their own votes. Interesting. So they gotta write it down, then flip it over. So Kyle votes for Geraldine. Rachel votes for Geraldine. Quentin votes for Geraldine. Brandy votes for Michael. And Brandy was like, honestly, I haven't heard Geraldine say anything about you. And that's that on that. Sari votes for Geraldine. Amanda votes for Geraldine. So that's a lot of votes for Geraldine.
And I'm thinking, girl, Brandy and Kate just, they obviously don't got no real power.
They ain't got no real power.
But the girls were listening.
Votes Michael. And she says, honestly, Kate's story swayed me. So at this point, it's 5 votes Geraldine, 2 votes Michael. Kate votes Michael, of course. She said, you gave me an ultimatum. I don't like that. And
I think this is
Michael too.
No, I have to say this real quick. Andy was crying.
No, literally.
Why are you crying? And they were like, they wrote Geraldine's name first, but then they went ahead and wrote Michael. It's like, don't give out all your tea now. But
you was thinking a lot, baby.
And then Ari came and he also voted Michael. And I'm just starting to think, I feel like this does make sense because we saw Brandy and Kate talk to a lot of women in the house. I saw them talk to Ari a few times. So it makes it like they do got a little bit of influence. Like maybe Cody was onto something.
So Christian votes Geraldine. So that's 6 votes Geraldine, 5 votes Michael. I wonder how the Traitors collaborate on the votes because they don't vote together. But hey, or maybe they don't care. You know, like
I wouldn't give a damn.
So Geraldine votes Michael, of course. So at this point, it's 6 votes Geraldine and 6 votes Michael with Geraldine's vote. Michael votes Geraldine. Cody votes Geraldine. I wrote Corey down. Shelby votes Michael. So that's 8 votes Geraldine, 7 votes Michael. Angelica votes Michael. That's 8 and 8. And there's only 3 more votes left. So we get to these last votes. Ryan votes Geraldine. And then if Bam votes Geraldine, she's out. And Bam votes Geraldine. And Stephanie also voted Geraldine. It's like, damn.
Bye, Melodine.
It was close, but girl, bye, Geraldine.
I think I would have voted Michael. I ain't gonna lie.
Michael seems way more like an actual. Geraldine doesn't.
Like if the two options on the table, okay, Michael.
Yeah. Well, I get. You know what? Maybe I will vote Geraldine because Geraldine is just so quiet. It's like if you're a traitor, you're not gonna be yelling and loud.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Or that's how I would think, which is why I thought it was stupid. Some of their next coming votes too. But hey, we move. So they voted Geraldine out. Geraldine stands up. She goes to the circle of truth where she has to tell.
I like this part. This like the reveal. Like, yeah, bitch, you're dumb.
Literally. So Geraldine, she was like, I'm a very confident person. I don't usually like panic over stressful situations. So I'm not gonna act like Michael and get crazy. She didn't say all of that, but that's what she was like. She was like, usually I'm calm, but I'm a faithful. So the girls were shook, sad, and I'm like, damn, not y'all sad. And I was like, I guess it is sad because you just voted this girl out. Most of y'all actually genuinely assuming she was a traitor, and she was not. Like, you were wrong.
Very wrong.
Well, so Michael has a diary room. And he was like, damn, I thought for sure she was a traitor. It's like, did you? Like, I don't know. Like, most of her whole thing was like, oh, she said something about me, so that's why I'm voting her out. It's like, I guess that may. But anyways, Alan walks out, and before they all dismiss, Michael apologizes to everyone. He's like, I'm not a traitor. I just suck at speaking to people, and he does this little apology. So they leave the room. And as they're leaving the room, they're walking away. Christian whispers.
Brandy and Kate are very obviously over it.
Brandy and Kate are over it. Christian whispers, he's like, Geraldine was a faithful, but that doesn't mean Michael was a traitor, And Brandy and Kate, they're walking into a room and they're like, an apology, I'm not gonna apologize.
I'm not apologizing because they basically like, bitch, this the game, this the show, like, anyways. So it's so funny because after this, they end the conversation with Christian. Y'all know Christian the trainer does the most. He's like, Geraldine, who he does not know like that, who I don't believe he's actually competed with in any way, is going to say, this honestly, I would have clocked him right here. We've only had, 1 or 2 missions? Has he worked with her at all in either one of these missions for real?
No, girl.
But anyways, he goes on to say, Geraldine's an insanely good competitor, and then Kat cuts him off like, okay, wow, are we gonna do a eulogy? Like,
we're not gonna do no eulogy about this girl. Like, are y'all serious right now?
Like, this is what's gonna happen. People are gonna go home. Life isn't fair. The trainer isn't fair. Like, we're here. I don't care. Okay, and then they go and wait for the wine. Where's the wine? Oh, I think Alan's bringing the wine. Oh, okay.
Literally. So Michael's like, I just survived banishment, but now I got to worry about the murderers murdering me, the traitors murdering me. Cody has a diary room. He's like, I'm just happy that no one mentioned my name, but earlier Brandy did mention Christian and Sari, so there's got to be a critical elimination.
Y'all, I was scared. I was like, my girl is dead. She dead.
Brandy's too damn smart, but my thing is, like, she's not thinking because if you know who the traitors are, you need to shut the fuck up.
So why would you
traitors can murder you? The traitors can murder you. So, anyways, boom. They go to the traitors turret, and at the traitors turret, they get informed. First of all, they inform Christian that, Brandy wanted Michael really, really bad, but Cirie tells Christian that Brandy mentioned your name.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody chimes in, and Cody was like, actually, Cirie, Brandy
she also mentioned your name.
Damn, bro.
I would have been
And basically, they were like, it's alarming that she said the two of us. And boom.
I thought it gotta be alarming for Cirie because she's like, damn. I bet she was like, yeah, y'all really paying attention.
So they were shook a little bit. And then we end this episode off with them clocking the fuck out of Brandy. Boom. We go to episode 3.
Well, no, they still they go through who they think the big 3 is of who
okay.
They go through all of that before they go into the next one.
Okay, I thought that was on episode 3. But I do have it. Basically, Cirie was like, I don't think we should go through Brandy yet. Because if we go
she's
through
in with Kate. And if Brandy goes, then Kate will probably be suspicious and just keep going on about how they're probably the true traitor. Mm-hmm. And that was a really interesting way of looking at it. I think I immediately was like, well, Brandy gotta go. I was like, if I was in their shoes, I'd be thinking that as well. But it's like, that's an interesting way of and they're kind of thinking like, Cody mentions, he's like, do we do another like chaotic move or whatever? And Cirie's like, who you thinking? He's like, Michael. Christian does not like that because he really wants to use Michael as a shield after this situation because he feels like, well, if everyone else are going to accuse him, why should we get him out and do their work for them, essentially? Mm-hmm. And then Bam gets brought up, which is also a touchy subject for Christian because we heard earlier from Bam that he loves Christian like a goddamn brother, basically. And we see from Christian's perspective that he feels the exact same. But they basically start going on about, Bam could be a good option because it's random. It can cause confusion. And they decide the big 3 on who to murder is Bam, Michael, or Brandy, child.
So then...
I just knew it was Brandy. I was scared. I was scared. So now episode 3.
I thought it was Brandy too. We enter into breakfast. We're at the breakfast. And we see Cirie and Cody come in with Amanda and Quentin. Quentin has a diary room. He's like, as a political analyst, I'm good at seeing who is surprised at who's murdered and who's not. So I can really peep who the traitors are or whatever. Cody and Cirie kind of say the same thing, that they got to act surprised, going along with all the gags, with the whoop. So boom, everybody starts trickling in. Kate comes in and Kate has a diary room. She's like, I'm happy I'm here, but my girl Brandy better fucking walk in. Like, and it's like,
and then this is the beef between Miss Rachel Riley and the Bravo sisters and Shore because Kate basically like, we gotta get a traitor out tonight. Point blank period. If we don't get a traitor out, it's gonna be a motherfucking problem. And Rachel is just like, I think we need to just throw out the game. Because this is not Riley, bitch. I don't know who this is. This ain't Big Brother Rachel. This ain't real.
This is calm, cool, and collected.
Let's gather information. We don't want to have a Salem witch trial. Okay, I was like, no. I think that's exactly what we need.
Exactly.
Because an innocent went home. That's a problem.
Literally.
Because basically she feels like Michael was spearheading Geraldine. So that makes him obviously a suspect because why would you want an innocent person to go home? Mm-hmm. Which is very ABC, but I see it.
Very ABC, but she is on wine constantly. So it's better thinking than some of these girlies, I think.
No shade.
So Shelby and Audra walk in. Audra has a diary room, and she's like, I'm the quietest person in the room, but that's because I'm going to lay the fuck low. And if I stay quiet, I'm not going to get killed. I'm not going to get voted out.
Which is not necessarily true because it's like, it comes to a point where it's like, a lot of big personalities are going, well, you quiet motherfuckers is doing. Because, like we said, a lot of the newbies aren't doing shit. Ain't saying anything. Quiet as a church mouse.
Literally. So, boom, Michael and Christian walk in. Kate makes a little face when she sees Michael. And Michael has a diary room. He's like, I need to lay a little bit lower because
shutting the hell up.
Me left and right. Christian has a diary room. He was like, we could have took Michael out, but we didn't want to create a pattern. And it's like, saying it in the diary room, Christian, that's good. Mm-hmm. But we'll see later. So Angelica, Stephanie, and Ryan walk in, and at this point, Amanda's whispering sweet nothings to Cody, and it's like, "Girl, shut the fuck up before you get voted out." And Amanda's like, "So I'm trying to look at body language to see and detect exactly how people react when people."
Because I feel like
your tea.
Because would you not just tell Cody all your business? I just feel like I would too.
That man is
like
married.
This is how Cody makes it through these games. Life's probably like, oh, that's a fine man.
So Kyle walks in, and so there's only Brandy and Bam who are left to walk in.
And it's like, child.
And the girls start chitter chattering like, Brandy and Bam. Like, I mean, why is Bam that? Like, I get Brandy.
And Kate kind of says, I know it's Bam.
Yeah, I know it's Bam. But it was giving, like, you gotta be that type of person to know what she was giving. It was giving, it's not my bitch.
It's not my bitch.
Oh, I know it's Bam. But the girls everyone doesn't understand that type of lingo.
And it also, to clarify, she didn't say it when it was those last two. She said it when it was like 4 people probably could have came in and left. And she said it, but it was so clear that she was being like, I know who it's not.
Yeah, literally. So Kyle has a diary room, and he's like, I can see why Brandy would get voted out because she was doing a lot, but Bam being voted out would confuse the fuck out of me. And it's like, girl, bingo. Mm-hmm. Like, bingo. And that's why it wouldn't confuse me, because I would be like, this was just to confuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
And then Christian starts saying out loud.
Here you go, Christian. Christian says, y'all, he says, well, y'all, if it's Brandy, it's a pattern because multiple personality,
because she's very vocal, and some people may not.
Reza, and people would, but if it's Bam, then
like, okay,
they're trying to, it's not a pattern, and it's like, okay. So Sari has a diary. Every time Christian speaks, Sari damn near has a diary right after.
Sari and Courtney.
Literally, Sari has a diary. It's like, Christian just does a lot of talking.
A lot of explaining.
And it's like, you don't do that, bro. Just say, bro,
shut up,
that, bro. Like, damn. So people start trickling, like, if it's Brandy, we get it. If it's not, we don't. Boom, Brandy walks in. It was so the girlies are gagged, but Kate is not, because she knew it was Bam. Period. So Kate goes, she hugs her good sister. She's like, girl, I knew you was coming in.
She's like, I knew you were coming in. I knew it. She's so stupid. Step wrong, Kate. Kate and Brandy, I'm sorry. They're iconic. I have to stand a little bit. I do, because they're hilarious as hell. So, I knew you were coming back. It's cool. I need time.
So actress Sari speaks up, and she's like, well, this just makes no sense at all. And it's like, okay, Sari. Literally. So we get a flashback.
It's funny because Sari be making these faces like,
literally the most shocked faces ever. So we flash back to the Traitors turret, and we see that they made their decision because Christian essentially was like, I know this is what we got to do. That's my friend, but you're right. It does make more sense to have a random person like this, so there's not a pattern. They don't clock us. And it's like, okay, boom. Christian has a diary room, and he's crying essentially because he connected with Bam. He felt really bad. And then right after, we see Bam walk in and get his letter. And
envelope.
Bam sees the letter. He's like, damn. And it's like, that sucks. So Bam gets his little parting words. He was like, damn, clearly they voted me out because they just doing random shit. And it's like, they definitely are.
Very much so. Clocks.
Very much so. So Sari has a diary room. He says, yeah, we chose to eliminate Bam. But Brandy still got that stink eye towards me.
And honestly, I really wish he never said Sari's name. I think that's what fucked Brandy up. That's really what fucked Brandy up, saying Sari's name.
Because Sari, I feel like in a sense, would have protected the people who were giving her information, like Brandy. Kate,
that's what Sari does.
So it's like
Sari's loyalty is usually with like a group of women who usually love her and tell her anything. And it's weird because Brandy was giving her information while also thinking she was goddamn traitor. So it's just like, Brandy.
And that's the thing. You can think she's a traitor. Just shut the fuck up, or just tell Kate.
Bravo, I think that was like I think like it was something her mind was actually just came out, and then she was like, oh shit,
because she stopped saying it after that. It's like,
even when she's asking her, like when she says like, oh, who I think the traitor is, she does not say Sari, and it's like, I thought you
literally. So there's rumblings between Ari, Christian, and Amanda. They're like, Kate predicted it was Bam round zone. That's very fishy.
And it's like, be for real, y'all. This is really. I feel similar. If y'all watched our Mo podcast, I feel so similar to I feel about Joy. It ain't Kate. Like y'all need to. It's not Kate. Like
it's not Kate. It's just not Kate.
It's just not Kate, y'all.
She's the main person. That's not. Like
I would have no suspicion that it was Brandy or Kate. Honestly.
Same. They're doing too much. No,
they're way too honest. They're way too open. There's no point to go after them at all, unless you're the traitor.
Period. Michael.
Dummies. All of them, honestly, they're dumb. Like,
literally. So, anyways, boom. Ari tells Kyle and Ryan that if it was Brandy, I'd be able to pick up on the pattern, but since it's not, I'm not. They keep saying the same shit, y'all.
Basically, the traitor strategy worked. These niggas.
Yeah, the traitors ate them the fuck up. Period. The fuck. So Brandy was like, I guess I could have went because I was vocal as fuck, but it doesn't matter because Michael has to go because Michael is a traitor and I will be getting him the fuck gone. So
and I do wish, because spoiler alert, episode 3 is the departure of Queen Brandy. She won't get the Queen Mother title, but she's Queen. And honestly, I just feel like she shouldn't have focused that much on Michael. Like the Sari thing, and then it focuses so much on Michael because it wasn't Michael. It literally wasn't Michael. Like if anything, go out swinging on someone who it actually is. One of the two you actually think it is.
Yeah, literally the other two, because she had 3, and the other 2 was the ones you should have been swinging on. But hey, we move. So boom, we get random chit chats again, and Kate is like, Michael has to go. I'm sorry. And Kate is talking to a group of people. Michael isn't in it, and Brandy's like, shh. And Kate was like, girl, I don't give a fuck. Like, girl, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna tell them anyways if they come in. I just don't care. It's like, oh my god,
Kate does not give a damn. And it's funny because that's Brandy. That's usually Brandy. Like in these shows, so it's funny that Kate is even more chaotic than Brandy. Yeah. And Brandy gonna shush Kate. Like, oh no, she like, I don't know. They know they're the traitors.
Literally. Literally. So
she said, so you were so bothered about Geraldine, and your cousin was pointing fingers, so now we're gonna kill you.
Great is clocking the girls. The wrong girls, but she's clocking them.
She's clocking somebody.
Michael and others, they come in. And Michael says, yesterday I was freaking out and no one wants to just be the first vote, so I just have to say what I say.
You must feel so bad, says Kate, drunkenly from the side.
Literally. And Michael was like, she was trying to send me home. And then Kate was like, but she wasn't.
And then Brandy was like, Brandy, no, she was not. No, she was not. And here come Captain Saving Her, Rachel Riley. Cause see,
Rachel gonna slip in here and there.
And it's very clear Rachel don't like the Bravo girls. She not like Brandy. She not like Kate. I feel like she sees Kirsten and what's that girl, Brittany. That's what she's looking at right now. So she's like, no, I don't think we should gang up. I don't think we should make one person feel uncomfortable. Here go Kate. Well, I do, actually. Just like earlier with the Sailor Witch drop. Well, I do. And she's like, Brandy was like, well, we just have questions. We just have concern.
Like, but I feel uncomfortable with that. But Brandy was like, we're just asking him questions.
And then anytime someone is doing something, Christian has to be involved. So here comes Christian. He says, I don't know what he even said to Kate.
He asked Kate, he says, so are y'all gonna come after me next? And it's like, you might want to be in the
and Kate was like, yeah, actually. He's like, oh, I'm fine with that. Okay,
yeah. And it's like, Christian did not have to say anything. How are you speaking?
So then the mics leave.
Ozra and Angelica, who we don't really know who they are, scurry out when they get to the bathroom. And essentially, they were like, we just can't really be in there. It's just so much. And
them girls would have got up and they were like, Traitor 1 and Traitor 2? Because what the hell are you getting that for?
Why are you leaving in the middle of this conversation? Fishy. And together?
So then we come back to the conversation.
Literally. Well, first,
you got it.
Angelica's like, Ozra's a friend. I feel like I can be open with her. Me and Ozra can link up. Shy bitches link up. Period. Back to the conversation.
So basically, they look, they mention like it's okay to be suspicious, but be cool. And Kate was like, well, no, I'm not suspicious of many people. And then and Christian was kind of like, yeah, but you've been calling out Michael. And she's like, well, he keeps pointing the fingers, but and you voted with him. So it's just like, okay, what?
She was like, what's fishy is that you also voted Geraldine out. And Kristen was like, well,
So
I just felt like she was sketchy. And Kate was like, well, I just don't trust you. How about that?
And Kristen is terrified.
Literally. So Kristen has a diary room and he's like, I just think she's a huge threat and she's on him.
Because you can tell Christian thinks that everything he does works. So it's like, this from Kate is like shattering. Imagine if he really knew how many people was onto his ass. Like,
literally. Girl, Christian is so I would
be so obviously
if I was Sari, I would be so mad. Like,
honestly, if I was Sari, I was like, if we let them get him out, me and you can split the money.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking like Sari and Cody should just let them vote out Christian.
I wonder if they add another traitor.
Maybe something. Get that nigga out. So anyways, they meet Alan outside on the porch of the mansion. What the fuck is it? Castle. So this time you're going to be in two groups. There's going to be the music makers and then there's going to be the ears. So split yourselves up. They split themselves up. The music makers are Rachel, Ryan, Cody, Christian, Kyle, Shelby, and what's that bitch's name? Stephanie. Everybody else is the ears. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So the music makers must go to the music room. What's it called?
The Castle Chapel.
The Castle Chapel to create a tune. One person is going to be conducting the tune. The other people are going to be ringing the bells. So it's a tune that can be made by these big ass, loud ass bells that can be heard all the way from the castle. The 10 people at the castle must recognize what tune it is, run upstairs to a room full of music boxes, listen to the music boxes, match the music box to the tune. The music box is going to have some form of an object, a figurine that you have to find in the actual castle and bring it to Alan to get the point. Each point is going to be worth $5,000, and it's going to be 5 rounds or whatever. And they ain't just
5 minutes per round.
5 minutes. When he said 5 minutes, I was like, damn.
I wouldn't have got this. I wouldn't have been a music maker. I wouldn't have been an ear. I would have been minding my business. I've been running. I'm acting. I'm running with you. Hell no.
Oh no! When they were saying the names of the songs, I was like, "Girl,
how do you know that?" Okay.
Literally. Okay, but I have written down. I know Cody is sick because Christian and Cody are both music makers. It is hang on.
Every time.
Every fucking time. So they enter the music makers into the chapel. Kyle has a diary room, and he was like, this is what I said. Somebody was talking about Scotland. Kyle said, I was like, y'all, and he's from Bravo, so this makes sense. But Kyle says, y'all, all of Scotland is just musty, dirty, and cold. So, the chapel is just like all of Scotland. It's like, why did he say that? That was just so random.
So disrespectful to Scottish people living there.
Random. We did not ask him to say that. I don't know. That was crazy. But anyways, after this, Shelby is going to do the music
the conducting
first because she's married to a conductor, period. So she does the conductor first. Rachel has a diary room, and she says she's good at music. And I was like, is that true? Because Rachel, she has a pitch to her voice that just doesn't give good at music. But hey, clearly she eats it up. So everyone is listening. They start playing the bell. Shelby's like, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2. But anyway, she got stuff. And so the girls are listening, and baby, I was like, I would never have gotten with the fuck.
I definitely couldn't have been the music maker. I definitely could not have been there.
I couldn't did it either. So Rachel was like, oh my God, I noticed this tune. It's the New Year's Eve song. And I was like, the New Year's Eve song?
Song?
Y'all, I had to Google it, bitch. So she's like the New Year's Eve song. Shelby start messing up and shit, y'all, but it's good. No worries. So they start playing it again. Back at the villa, Sari says, oh my God, I know this song. It's a Langsyne. And I said, oh Langsyne. So I Googled oh Langsyne. Babe, it's the New Year's Eve song. Couldn't tell you how it goes. I forgot. But I Googled it. It said New Year's Eve song. I said, okay.
I didn't know.
Fireworks, it said. I said, okay. Like, I don't know. But anyways.
The only fireworks I know is by Katy Perry.
I know that's the fuck. Huh. So anyways, they all start listening to the boxes. They're looking. So boom, boom, boom. They find an owl. And they're like, this is the tune, this is the tune. So Sari was like, I know exactly what the fuck that owl was because the owl been staring at me since I got the fuck in here. So they have 30 seconds to go get the owl, bring it to him. So Sari finds the owl that's connected to the music box, or she finds the owl in the house. And instead of bringing it to Alan, she walks past Alan.
Y'all, is this it? What y'all think?
And it's like, girl, you got 10 seconds. But anyway, she brings it back. They get it right. $5,000. Boom, next song. So this time, the music players are doing it. Who's doing it? I don't remember. So the music players are doing the thing, and they don't know what it is. The music players don't know what it is. The people listening are like, "Oh my god!" Kate's like, "Oh my god, I had."
I think it's Kyle.
Okay, I thought it was too. And then Kate's like, "Oh, I had a music box when I was young, and this was the song that was playing in it, so I knew what the fuck it was." She went. Kate was the one who found it. Kate and Brandy were the one who got the motherfucking designated item in the house, and they brought it to the motherfucking man. It was like 2 seconds left, but it's like Kate and Brandy really ate
and these the bitches y'all want to,
and these the bitches y'all want to go home. So Ree was doing really good at the challenge. Kate and Brandy were doing really good at the challenge. The next one, this was the one Kyle conducting. Don't know who's coming to the last one. And Rachel in this one gets really, really excited because Kyle's conducting, and Rachel's like, and they were like, Rachel, and like Rachel has this a part of her that is like, you doing a lot. And this is
even while like, being this calm, very, very calm and reserved Rachel, I feel like we're seeing it's like she's still Rachel a little bit. She's still in there.
Cody has diary, and Cody was like, Rachel is just a lot, and it can get annoying over time. And I'm just ready to murder her. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, damn. So, anyways. Back at the villa, Amanda knows what the song is. Boom, they get that one right. The next song, Stephanie conducts. Andy gets it. Boom, they get that one right. Babe, they ate it up. Boom,
they're eating.
Last one, on the last one, Sari is the one who clocks it before everyone, and they were like, "Oh, she's right."
And Andy mentions mother killing the challenge, and it's like, ha ha ha.
Andy mentions mother killing the challenge, and Sari has a diary. She's like, "I want to really do good in the challenges, so they have no reason to suspect me." And it's like, period. I know that's the fuck right. Brandy really knows like where every artifact is. I noticed as soon as they got this, Brandy knew exactly where it was, went to get it. And it's like Brandy, Kate, and Sari carried.
Well, when your mother,
like when your mother, and I'm thinking, I'm like, Brandy probably just walk around this house all day because she's very observant though. So is. But yeah, basically, Brandy and Kate killed the challenge, and we'll see what they do to them.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, everybody gets back to the mansion. They just earned $25,000. I know that's right. The challenges are easy, y'all. So they start scatter talking about who they're going to send home. And this is when Kate is like, I'm only trying to send home people who sent home faithful. And so Brandy and Kate go to the side and they talk alone. Brandy has his arm. She said, it's hard to talk alone, so we want to write shit down so people don't hear. So Kate writes down Shelby's name.
I'm thinking this is an iconic moment. Oh my God, this is so great. Great strategist. Wow. Put a pin in this.
Kate writes down Shelby's name.
They're writing down.
She doesn't say it. She writes down Shelby's name. She turns it to Brandy. Brandy's like, I trust the fuck out of her. Not her. She crosses Shelby's name out. She writes down Amanda. She flips it. Brandy was like, It's just giving the people we said.
It's Michael.
Like, okay.
Michael. Yeah, Michael. Okay, yeah.
And then, so they think it's Michael and they move along. But put a pin in it. So Brandy has a diary. She's like, I genuinely believe it's Michael Sari. That's the thing. She's still thinking it's Sari. She's just not saying it anymore because she said it in the diary. She said, I still think it's Michael, Sari, and Christian are the traitors. And Brandy was like, we just have to get the other faithfuls on board. So Sari and Stephanie and them are talking in a group, and Stephanie says, if you had to vote someone right now, who would y'all vote? And Stephanie was like, I just haven't ruled out Kate and Brandy. And it's like, why not?
And then Brandy walks right on in.
Brandy walks in. She's like, who do y'all think is a traitor? Oh, and they asked her, who do you think is a traitor? And Brandy was like, honestly, I think Michael is just doing the most. He's doing the most traitor-like behavior. And Rachel was like, well, he does have social anxiety. And Brandy was like, well, me too, but I'm not walking around, acting like a traitor all day. And Rachel has a diary room, and she's like, Kate and Brandy are just doing anything and everything, and they're trying to get people to turn on Michael. And I don't know. So Rachel goes to Michael. Playing Big Brother.
Messy.
Playing Big Brother. So Rachel goes to Michael, and Amanda's sitting there too. And Rachel's like, don't tell nobody I told you this. But Brandy and Kate are walking around. Michael. And Michael was like, if I gotta do what I gotta do to target them, then I gotta do what I gotta do to target them. This is the second week in a row. Michael having to target somebody just because they say his name. Don't say Michael's name. Don't say Michael's name.
You gonna go home.
You will.
It's giving Taylor Hale, bitch. I don't know.
I don't know. The blockbuster, bitch. Like, I don't know.
But it's funny. This conversation makes me feel like, I feel like low key Michael be in the house, staying girl in the fuck out of Rachel because the way she's so protective and wants to like keep him safe, it's either that or she really just can't stand Brandy and Kate. It can be a combination of both.
So they head to the round table, to the round table. As they're headed there, Siri was like, Michael's name has been said a lot, so the longer he's here, the longer I have someone as a shield in front of me. So I'm going to silently protect Michael as much as possible. Michael has a diary room. He says he's in hot water because Brandy and Kate got his head on a motherfucking stick. And Christian has a diary room. He's like, I don't know if this is going to go well for me because Kate said my name and da-da-da-da. And it's like, Christian, nobody's worried about you.
At all.
Just shut up.
Well, Brandy got to that ass, but she's not worried about you right now.
Not right now. So Ali walks in and he says, y'all, the collective prize pot is $75,000. Keep up the good work, but we need to banish the traitor. So let's get to banishing. So Quentin speaks up first, very interestingly. And Quentin was like, I've done a lot of watching today. And I've done a lot of thinking. The BAM vote was very strategic to just throw something at us, to throw us off the wall. And the person who I feel like has been doing that the most is you, Kate. And he looks at Kate, and Kate is like, oh. So
and he said,
like,
I was going to say, he said, there's a traitor among us.
Oh, yes.
And I believe it's you.
It is you.
He took the moment, bitch.
It is you.
I hate to say it, Quentin, baby, no.
Oh, man.
Because one, I just think, even if that's the thing, the logic is sound. The logic is sound. How is Kate saying Michael's name, which she's been doing since the first roundtable, is causing confusion? What's confusing about her wanting Michael out? It's very obvious that she wants Michael. You know what I mean? That's just my thought process. Like, I don't think them being gung-ho about getting out Michael is suspicious because there's reasoning behind it. Like, it would be different if, like, for example, the reason why Kate and Brandy were so suspicious of Michael because they feel like, well, where's the reason of you keep saying Geraldine's name? Geraldine has not said anything about you, and you keep saying her name. We know the reason why they keep saying Michael's name.
Literally.
But that's just me. It's like I said, Kate and Brandy, to me...
Maybe I'm biased.
Maybe I'm biased. I do like them, I'm not going to lie, but I do just felt like, in the game like this, it's so obviously not Brandy or Kate. Like,
I might have thought it was Angelica. She's so fucking quiet. She hasn't said anything. I might have thought it was, a quieter person, a Shelby, a Angelica, even an Amanda. The people who they were writing down on their list. Okay.
Because also, why would the traitor be up here? We should definitely get out. We should definitely get out this person.
No traitor would do that.
So you can,
unless you're a bad traitor.
Yeah.
Like I say, ooh. So Kate was like, I do think Michael's a traitor. Like, that's just how I feel. Michael was like, Kate, you're not just here for a drink and a good time. You're better at this game than you're trying to let on.
Oh, thank you.
And this is when I feel like, even if I thought it was Kate, she would have gagged me right here. Because Kate was like, so you genuinely think I'm a traitor? Do you think I'm a traitor? And he was like, yeah. And Brandon was like, you think Kate's a traitor for real? And Michael was like, I think y'all are both traitors. And Kate was like, I bet you do because that's your job, right? And it's like, she would have gagged me.
Kate hilarious. Kate is hilarious as hell.
I don't know. Like, she would have got me. So Cerise chimes in and she's like, well, Kate, do you think Brandy is a traitor? And Kate was like, no. And Cerise was like, how do you know? And Kate was like,
she has a really good example. I was like, okay.
Kate was like, well, honestly, I have my certain ideas about certain people, and Brandy has the same ideas. So I'm not a traitor. So if she was a traitor, she would also, and
this part gets. So
Michael,
like the round tables are messy. The round table messes. So Michael, he's gonna ask Kate a question, and he's basically like, if you're dead set on thinking I'm the traitor, and Brandy cuts him off. Like, basically the whole group.
Yeah,
half the group. Half the group is you. He was like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Kate.
And Kate was like, can somebody else talk? Because we can all just sit here and silently instead if no one else is going to
And he's
talk.
like, well, I can get loud too. And Brandy says, oh, you're not crying tonight? I'm sorry. She got go.
And the very poised white people were like, Brandy,
come on.
Brandy, come on.
Wait, no, this is TV, bitch. This is reality TV, bitch. Give me the shit. Brandy goes, servant. I'm sorry. I would have audibly gagged at the table. I would have. I probably would have laughed. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I would have giggled a little bit. It would have been
why she do that? Oh, I can get loud too. Are you not crying tonight, huh?
You're not crying tonight, huh? And they just continue to gag him, y'all. So everyone's like, Brandy, come on. And Kate was like, there's been a lot of things about you that when written down is just going to lead to traitor. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're pushing Geraldine, and it's like Geraldine is confirmed not a traitor.
And y'all,
so Rachel was like,
and here come Rachel Kathy saving her Riley.
Michael must be up that ass. Michael gotta be up that ass real good. Got to be.
Like definitely sucking up to her 24/7. Like, cause ain't no way.
We need to see the footages because I need to get an explanation for Rachel doing this.
So here go Rachel. So I feel like when someone lies and manipulates or tries to tear apart the faithfuls, then they're the traitor. What are you talking about? Say some names, Rachel.
Literally. And Rachel was like, yeah, it wasn't just one person who voted Geraldine. It was majority. It was the majority. And it's like, okay, girl. So, boom. Michael was like, Brandy, with y'all's logic, with you and Kate's logic, you're pushing me the way I was pushing Geraldine. So if that's the case, you guys are the traitors. And Brandy was like, that anxiety went away, didn't it?
Like, Brandy ain't arguing no more. Brandy is not. We're done.
And so they start arguing.
Wait. It's how she's doing it.
Literally.
Brandy, I'm sorry. She's hilarious.
You're not crying tonight. Like, damn. Damn. So the girls start whispering, chattering as Brandy and him are arguing. They're like, it's either her or him. It's either Brandy
or Michael. And it's like,
which is wrong.
See how you get that from the conversation.
Which is wrong. Either. And Christian will tell you if you're wrong. So Christian speaks up. Y'all, it's not Brandy or Michael, actually. I think all the he didn't say it like that. But y'all, he basically said, y'all, I think these three people are just, these are all faithfuls. These are all faithfuls distractions from the actual traitor. So I think we should vote out one of these faithful distractions so we can focus on the actual traitors, who's none of these people. Probably one of them is me. And it's like, damn, shut up.
It's like every time he speaks, it just seems out of place. It don't even seem like he should be saying something.
It's not natural. You shouldn't say something at this point. You should shut up.
Brandy swears on her truth that she isn't the traitor. She just thinks Michael and Christian are. And that's what's interesting. Because she says Michael and Christian, but she does not say Sari. And it's like, you've been saying Sari this whole time. It's like, I don't think her mind is changed. She's just not saying it in this public space. So it's like, that was a secret that I don't think it was supposed to get out, but it just slipped out when she was talking to Cody and them originally, and that's really what fucked her up. Because honestly, if she had just said Christian, I don't think Cody would have gave a single fuck.
And I also don't think Sari would have voted, because Sari votes her. And I don't think Sari would have voted her. Had Sari not known she said her name. And it's like, well. So we get to the votes. I'm not going to go out through all this. There's a lot of votes going everywhere. When Kyle votes Michael, he says, we need people who are going to speak up. And this nigga's with the Bravo.
He's with the Bravo line. I'm telling you, it's like, they're not showing it, but it's like, Kyle, either he just thinks it already, but what he says aligns with what Brandy and Kate be preaching. Because he basically was like, you niggas is boring, and if y'all vote out Brandy and Kate, we're going to be more boring.
So Azra and
felt hit. I love
a hit dog will holler.
And Azra was barking.
But I like Azra. I would rather a hit dog holler than a hit dog stay mute. Because he hit a lot of pitches. Angelica got hit, baby.
Amanda was hit. Sheldon was hit.
A lot of people got hit. But only Azra barked. So I'll give her that. So Azra, when she voted, she said, I'm going to vote Brandy. And also, reserved people can just be trying to observe who the traitors really are, and sometimes we don't get time to talk.
And I'm like, okay, traitor.
I'm like, all right, traitor. Hey, I like that she speaks a little bit. And I also like that she had a diary. She said, I'm thinking, whatever, boom. So at this point, the vote is 7 for Brandy, 6 for Michael. It's real close. 3 people randomly vote to Kate. And then we get down to the last vote, and it's Christian, and he votes Brandy. So Brandy is out.
Brandy ended up taking the lead in votes towards the end of the pack. A lot of the girls who did vote with her the first round with Michael flipped on her. And like I said, I just don't see how in this conversation you think Brandy of all people. So,
like, didn't give Brandy. It also didn't give Michael, but it's like
it honestly don't give Michael either. The thing is, I can almost see Michael because the events that have taken place, the
at this point, Michael gotta go.
But Brandy and Kate, they're just annoying. Like, and if you want them off being annoying, just say that. But they're not the traitors.
They're not the traitors. And y'all need to get the traitors out before the traitors get you out. Hello. So, anyways, Brandy goes to the Circle of Truth. She's like, a lot of y'all think that I'm the traitor. But I'm a motherfucking faithful bitch. and so she said, so is Kate. I said, period, keep my bitch safe. And so is Kate. And I'm just saying, y'all have to stick together as faithful with Kate. And, I think the chaos that really happened tonight
stems from Michael.
And it kind of does.
It kind of does. Well, really, it's Rachel. And she's sitting back in the shadows. Rachel then kicked up a lot of mess. Low-key got Brandy out. Her target. Wait. That's
a Big Brother.
Brandy,
y'all forget she wins Big Brother. Y'all
forgot she won Big Brother. Y'all thought she was just up here for kicks and giggles. No. Slow grab her life. That's Rachel Riley is here, bitch. The Big Brother winner.
Period. I know that's the fuck right. So Kate has a diary room. She's like, I'm pissed off at all of them. I would say I'm a faithful, but honestly, I don't trust anybody. And it's like, okay, queen, the fuck? You don't have to. So Cody speaks, and he's like, y'all, we're playing too emotional. We just sent home another faithful. And he has a diary room. He's like, girl, I'm happy. Brandy was doing a lot. I'm so glad she had to go. She went, boom. So after this, boom. We see Kyle whispering to Stephanie, and he's like, we gotta vote out Michael next. I'm so sorry.
Like, it gotta be.
Like, we just have to. Like, it's 2 times in a row. We have to vote him out. So they all stand up.
Kyle was speaking, Stephanie was back in Survivor today. She was
looking for clues to the idol.
This was PTSD. Okay. Muscle memory, bitch. Okay.
Muscle memory. That muscle memory kicked the fuck in. Because as they're standing up, Kate stands up and something slips out of her skirt. We might have spoken about this something a little bit earlier, but I don't know just yet. So we have to see. Stephanie peeps through the corner of her eye that something just slipped out of Kate's skirt, and she slyly stands up and shimmies her way over to that chair. She picks it up, puts it in her pocket, and she dips off to the left. Usually when they exit this room, everyone starts speaking and murmuring, but Stephanie decides, I'm going to go to the bathroom. She goes to the restroom, she opens the letter, boom. Shelby on the top with an X across from it. Underneath it says Amanda.
And I will say this does look very incriminating. And
very incriminating.
Like, hey, damn!
What is this?
I can't have anything because I'm thinking like, okay, Brandy is out. I would have rather Brandy stayed over Kate, but like at this point, y'all, I don't. This is my own entertainment, y'all. Don't take me serious for it. But I was like, I want Brandy to stay over Kate because it's gonna be more exciting. Okay, Brandy out. Okay, we got Kate. I can do with Kate. Kate probably not gonna go home. Why we can't go home right after Brandy? There's no point. There's no logical reason.
Boom. Because the letter doesn't. It's like the letter doesn't say Michael. It doesn't say no one she's been accusing. So it's like, why would you write down Shelby and Amanda's name? And that's what Stephanie thinks. She's like, it would make no sense for her to write these names down. She's been pushing Michael. She's been doing a lot, and none of this has anything to do with the people she was actually. And it's like, this is just random.
And the thing is, I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like Stephanie, the snake in the grass. She's not dumb. She's not, because I can see it, but it's just like it's hilarious because what Stephanie does is goes to Siri the Traitor.
Siri the Traitor.
And tells her all of this information and tells her how much she trusts her and how much she will never do. It's just like, wow, Stephanie, no.
She tells Siri everything. Stephanie was like, they're gonna murder Amanda tonight. I know it. Mind y'all, this is right before the actual murder.
And she's like, probably just gonna go ahead and murder.
And it's Amanda. Like Stephanie should have just waited to see if the murder was Amanda, then use the information.
But it's very clear. I mean, the fact that Rachel, her, and Sari were all on that stake in the grass show, they probably had some sort of pre-made or some sort of thing going on.
And they're both from Survivor.
She very, like, the way she went and told her, it gave very much like, oh, I know you. Like,
yeah, that's not it. And it's like, bitch, your bitch could literally be the traitor. Like, you don't know who got tapped. I don't know why you would trust anybody. I don't care if I knew you. You can sit with each other. That's the thing.
Any information needs to stay between me. Like, me and me only.
So anyways, after she tells Sari that Amanda is going to be the person they vote out tonight, Sari says, I won't say anything. We go to the diary room. Sari says, this plays right into my hand because this is an opportunity for me to frame Kate.
Oh my God.
And I can't wait to do it. And then the episode.
I just hope it's not next episode. 2 more episodes of Kate. I just need 4 more episodes of Kate.
I don't think she should do it. I don't know. Because the fear is that if Sari does do it, she frames Kate. They vote out Kate at the voting ceremony. Kate is not a traitor. She's literally a faithful. So it's like, if Stephanie LaGrossa is like, if Kate literally wasn't a traitor,
it could be
how did Amanda just so happen get it voted? The only person I told was Sari and da da da. So it's like, it could backfire if Stephanie is smart. But Stephanie's smart, but maybe it won't backfire. That's the thing. It could, but Sari could have Stephanie on lock. And if she does, she can do what she wants. And Stephanie probably won't call. So, hey, there's that on that, y'all. Those was the first 3 episodes. Tune in next
tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll be doing the next 3 episodes. Episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Period. After that, we're going to be finishing it up the next 2 days after that. So you're going to be getting a lot of Traitors recently, period. Check out our other shows if you haven't already, because we will be starting back up. Bitch, shit is coming in the future. So check it out.
That BB Cam preseason is on the way.
Yeah. So this was a long one, y'all, but bitch, we're done and we're out. See y'all tomorrow.